Alrighty. We should be live right now.
Yes.
Just
Welcome.
Just double checking on YouTube to make sure it's actually working. But welcome to our little scientific experiment. Shug and I, acting as scientists.
Dr. Ibex and Dr. Shug.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm excited. We're gonna, talk about some pretty scientific stuff. We'll try to dumb it down for the audience so everybody can understand and enjoy everything. It's good.
I'm going in blind on this. I'm just saying, I'm going in blind. You're the one who's created with ARS before. I haven't, so I'm going in pretty blind.
I was doing some math earlier, calculating some things to, see how well this is gonna go for us, but we'll see.
What's up, Oliver?
Hey,
I can tell those safety glasses are fresh out of the pack from me.
They are. I was looking for my other ones and I couldn't find them, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get a new pair. That's funny.
Oh, what's up, Blackwire TCG?
What's
Thanks
up,
for showing
dude?
up. How you doing? Yeah, so we'll do a bit of catching up in the beginning before we go through our submission, or tell you what we're doing actually, and then go through our ARS submission. But what have you been up to, Shug, recently?
Selling ARS cards. I've been listing those on eBay. I was originally just selling them local, but they've been kind of slow locally. Not on Mercari or anything, just with the American population here where I live. And they don't like them too much, so I started listing them on eBay, and they were just flying. Actually, they're doing really well. A lot of people either sending offers, buying them, or watching them. So I'm really excited with that. And then, not card related, but kind of Pokemon related. Yesterday, I went and did a Pokemon sponsored run with the family, and it was a little 3.8 kilometer race. And this was the shirt that everybody was wearing.
That's really
Pretty
cool.
And then the medal was this medal right here. You got this.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Really, really cool. It's a Pokemon Local Acts. It's like a program, I guess, they do with the community.
Yeah.
They do different things like that, but yeah. Super, super cool. That's pretty much it for me, I think.
That's really cool. How long was the run?
3.8 kilometers is not that far.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
all my kids got to do it too, which is why we did it mostly, was because all my kids, I run, and my kids always want to go with me, and it's like, you can't go. It's like a half a marathon or further. And so this one was like, oh, my 5-year-old could go and do it too. So that was cool. We just ran as a family.
That's awesome. That's good.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love that they do stuff like that. And I saw in your Instagram story they had these huge Charizard kites.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have pictures, but yeah, they had the Mega Charizard X and Y like kites flying in the air. Those were really cool.
They look massive too.
They were huge. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
What about you? What have you been up to?
What's up, Platypus? So
Hey,
I
Platy.
have been doing some card shopping in the Japanese countryside. You might have seen a bit of an Instagram story where I uploaded a bit of a teaser. I did a bit of an experiment to test what it's like doing some card shopping in the more rural areas of Japan. Because people keep telling me in my comments, it's like, all you got to do to find great deals is go to the countryside. And I was like, I'm going to test it. I mean, I've been countryside card shopping in the past, but not recently. So I was like, I'm going to test it. So I spent 2.5 days going to Tottori and Shimane Prefecture, going to every single card store that sells Pokemon cards secondhand, at least the ones I could find, to test this theory. And I'm now working on editing the footage from that little trip. It's going to be a pretty extensive video. I think it's going to be over an hour long, but it was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and I did find some good deals, so that was cool. But I don't want to spoil too much.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah. All right, Shug, should we explain what we're doing?
Yes, sir. You want to
Okay.
you want to explain it? It's your channel.
Yeah.
This is your idea.
Yeah, so a while ago, I guess it was when the regular area submission came up, I thought about like, some of my PC cards that are in PSA slabs that I felt like, hey, I would actually prefer to have these in ARS slabs for the PC, long-term collection value, not that big of a deal to me. But I also thought about ARS grading standards with them not caring about centering. It's like, hey, maybe there's some PSA 9s that could maybe be sent to ARS for a holder change to be upgraded to a PSA 10, and that could maybe be an interesting little experiment. And I was like, yeah, but I don't really want to just send, a few cards only. I don't want to go 20 by myself. So I was like, hey, Shug might have some stuff he might want to reholder with ARS. So I asked Shug if he wants to join in, and he immediately agreed. So now we have 10 PSA slabs each that we're sending to ARS to be reholdered. It's going to be pretty exciting.
Didn't want to get wrecked by himself, people. He's like, who's dumb enough to do it with me? Shug. Shug's the first name that came to mind.
Yeah, I
mean, as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, this sounds like a great idea. I'm ready.
Yeah, Shug is the ARS guy, right? So of course I got to ask Shug. Yeah, so today we'll go through all 20 slabs that we picked out. We got some really nice ones in various grades, which is going to be very interesting. So initially, like I said, I was going to try and find some really good 9s that could go to maybe get a 10, and I found a couple, I think, that have a shot, but I quickly realized, looking for clean 9s, when I was in Tokyo early January, I was going to a lot of card stores looking specifically for PSA 9s. I didn't find much that I was like, oh, this has a really good shot. A lot of 9s had some very obvious issues, which, I don't know, was a bit frustrating because I think both of us have gotten back from PSA plenty 9s that look so clean. I couldn't find them. So it's a lot of various grades, just cards that would look cool in an ARS slab and would be interesting to see how they grade a certain type or different types of damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we got some. Henry's here. How's it going, Henry?
What's up, Henry?
That's right, Blackwire. Pokemon Mythbusters.
Dude, we should start a series. I like that.
Henry's like, forgot today's Monday for y'all. Yep. Henry. Yeah. You're always a day behind us. We gotta get better at
from the future.
That, right?
Scientists from the future. Yeah, I think like what you were saying too with I think originally we were both very much under the mindset like, okay, the ARS does not use centering as a factor of condition, so we can take advantage of this and bump some PSA 9s up to 10s if the centering's the only issue. But I think we both struggled to find 20 cards or 10 cards each that were just centering issues. I don't even know if I sent any with like centering issues, but I did find a lot, like you were saying, that had different things that I was like maybe didn't agree with PSA's grading on how harsh they might have graded the card, or had some like weird, not super specific damage that I thought maybe this could be viewed as damage. Maybe it could be maybe not seen as damage depending on the grading company. So I'm excited to go over those different things that we've seen with the cards and explain why we're sending them. And then hopefully we don't just get like murdered on, everything. I don't know if I can say murdered, say on these grades when they come back. Hopefully we see some like variation and get different results from it.
It's going to be super interesting.
Yeah.
Outfits. Yeah. All Shug's idea. He sent me an Amazon link. He's like, what if we put on these lab coats? It's like, sounds great.
Yeah, we got to make it official.
Yeah,
scientist. This is a super official, evidence-based experiment that's happening.
Here's a good question. Are we paying for the certificates too? We are not. At least you want to add it for a couple of them, Shug? Like, just let me know. But I wasn't going to. I think they're really cool, but to me, it makes sense for like really high-end cards. It's kind of nice to have, but for my PC, I don't really need them.
Yeah, it's an extra 1,000 yen for the certificates, and which is not, I guess, too bad. I only ever get them, like you said, if it's like a really nice card, which I don't know if I had too many of those sent to ARS, but if I'm getting like gifts for people, that's when I get the certificate, because I think it's so unique to people that don't have the ability to grade with ARS. It's something different that they do than other grading companies. So that's when I get the certificates, and I send those with the card to whoever I'm gifting it to.
That's a really good idea for gifts.
Yeah.
That's very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry. So this is our submission. So we're going through the PSA slabs. We'll do another live stream once the cards come back, and we'll do a blind reveal on stream, and that will be a heavy ARS package, I'm sure. One thing I wanted to say about ARS is, they explain it on their website with the holder change, right? So you send cards in the slab, obviously, and you could technically do a minimum grade. But here's the interesting thing. They tell you that they crack the card no matter what, because to them, they're basically saying we cannot actually look at the condition of the card if it's in the slab. Mm-hmm. And so you can choose minimum grade, but if we crack it, it doesn't meet the minimum grade, we're just sending it back to you raw. So the card gets cracked no matter what. And so we're not doing any minimum grades. It's just,
I think the minimum grade too, you have an option, correct me if I'm wrong, but in there, at least with the regular grading, you can either say crack it, or if it doesn't meet the minimum grade, send it to me raw, or you can say just have it authenticated, put it in the slab, but with the authenticated
interesting
label on it. Yeah.
But it makes sense if you think about it. Like, I think grading companies doing minimum grades and appraising like the condition, checking the condition through a slab, or like a BGS through a slab and the sleeve, it's just impossible. Right?
Yeah.
So at least ARS is on. It's like we're going to crack it no matter what if we actually want to look at the card, right? So
yeah, for sure.
All right, Chuck, should we get started with the slabs?
Yeah, let's do that. I wanted to really quickly, because Henry asked about weight, so I just wanted to show him. Here's a PSA slab, weight away one for you.
That's a nice card.
So 53.8 for the PSA slab, and then this is the ARS slab, 109. So it's about double.
Yeah. I guess that's a new PSA slab, which is a bit heavier, right?
Yeah, this is the newer one. They're a little bit heavier, but yeah. Dude, I almost sent this one, actually. Sorry, I'm not trying to derail this, but the only whitening is like down here at the bottom, that little speck.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it, but I almost sent this one for the experiment.
Oh, that's a nice card. I'm actually sending one of these to ARS in my regular submission.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We'll see what it comes back at. Yeah, a beautiful card. All right, let's see if we can get the card cam up. Oh, no, that's not it. Sorry. I gotta add it to the stage first. There you go. All right, so we got 20 slabs, and we got a little bit of a glare, but I try my best with this kind of impromptu setup. Try our best to show you the cards in detail. We're going like one by one. Yeah, we're going one by one. So it's going to be one of mine, then one of Shug's, one of mine, etc., etc. And this is going to be the first one in the submission. This is one from me, the Masaki Alakazam in a PSA 5. And so
I've never noticed that there's a reflection of him in the back.
That's super cool, right?
I don't know why I've never noticed that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's so
mega cool. Yeah. This one I bought two of these at the same time. I think it was either late 21 or early 22 in a card store in Kyoto. At the time, they were selling for 6,500 yen. I bought both for like 6,500 yen each. I don't know what these go for now in this grade. I haven't checked in a long time. I think the floor for Masaki cards in general has gone up this past year. So who knows what it's worth now.
6,500 yen. That's what you bought it for?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's a 5, so like it's beat up. Let's see if we can get.
That's so cheap though.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see those scratches.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I feel like it's way more now. Have you seen the Masaki Gengar prices? Like,
I mean, ridiculous. Yeah, but that's the Gengar tax, right?
This has got to be the second most popular, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Out of the Masaki cards, yeah. I'm curious. I'm gonna go look it up after this.
Yeah, back in the day when they were released, this was the most in demand. Like most copies of Alakazam were sent out, and second in line was Gengar. Wow. because you could choose which one you wanted, right? But depending which card you would send in a lower stage to get the evolution. And I don't know if Alakazam was just a more popular Pokemon back then, or if this was maybe playable, and that's why more Alakazams are sent out than Gengars. Not sure.
Either way, that's really cool to think of it like it, to know that, because you would think with how like the Gengar is definitely the most popular now, so it's definitely something's changed over time, is it? But yeah, either way, that's just really cool to know.
Most popular by far now, yeah. But it's interesting, the pops. So like this one, I think about 36K were sent out, if I remember correctly. And then like the Oma Star, I think like 21,000.
Was that the least?
So, yeah, I think that's the lowest, least popular one at the time. But so yeah, scratches, surface scratches, get a bit of a corner issue at the top here. And then on the back, it doesn't actually have all that much whitening for a 5. It has the famous Masaki mark. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that, because it gets put in this paper with the little circle cutout, so you can put the corners tucked in there. The envelope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Is it just on that corner, or is it on the other one too?
Normally, it would also be in the bottom.
Yeah, there's like 2, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not there.
So you can't really see it here.
Yeah, interesting.
And it's got like just a lot of back surface scratches, scuffing, some more deeper scratches, and definitely whitening, but not that much whitening for a 5. But
little Kurt's card care. I'm just kidding.
No, thank you.
10 in no time.
But this is a hard PC card for me, so I would just much rather have this in an ARS slab, because I think it'd look amazing, and
it looks so good.
I don't care what it grades at with ARS. But you've graded with ARS before. Again, I'm going in completely blind with something in this condition. I have no idea what it would come back as. I think it looks pretty rough in person for a 5, to be honest with you. So I would maybe predict like an ARS 3 or 4. I don't know. What about you?
Yeah, just really quickly based off of what you showed here, maybe a 4. It could get a 5, but I would say like a 4 maybe. And I've only graded with ARS like a handful of times, so it's difficult to get a grasp on sending 20 cards 3 times on how they grade fully.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe a 4.
What it does have going for it is that it's like from like a arm's length away. The eye appeal is really nice because it doesn't have that much whitening, and the scratches in the front aren't too bad. So that's a good thing. Yeah. What is Henry saying?
I was totally joking. I don't do the restoration of cards. He's like, I'm sending my cards to restore. Oh. Totally a joke. That's funny. Yeah. I like how you said, "Wow, that card is rad." Nick always buying low. He's keeping all the secrets. He's telling you, Henry, that you're not going to get deals in Japan, but he's got all the spots.
No. This was like 3-4 years ago. Yeah. So
I know, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue what these go for now. I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea, but they're really cool. They're very cool. Alrighty, Shug, your card number 1 in the submission.
Oh yeah, Mewtwo. So these are Mewtwo Top Sun Hollow Cracked Ice. My favorite cards to collect. This is a 5, and I don't know. I have a few of these. So I don't know if this is I think there's 2 that I thought were gonna get higher grades. This is this is it. Because I sent this. This was my first PSA submission. I was really confident about this card. I think I didn't know too much about grading when I did this, and I got wrecked on that grading submission. And I don't know if there's a bend or not in this card. Can you flip it over really quick? Yeah, it's pretty clean. Like sometimes these have a lot of brown and like stains on them, so it's pretty white. Do you see anything on there like brown stains?
No, it looks quite clean.
Yeah. Centering, and these cards are like notorious for bad centering or having like the picture like cocked like sideways. But the centering's not too bad for what I've seen with these cards. It looks like definitely heavy on the bottom, heavy on the left a bit, but this is actually, if you've never seen these cards, this is actually really good for them centering wise. I don't know if I see any like harsh bends in that top right corner where you're hitting the light. It has like a wave to it. But this is a sticker. And so I think it might just be like the natural wave of the sticker. And I'm not sure if PSA at that time truly understood that. They may. It looks at the top, actually. You see that spot at the top middle?
Yeah, right
In
here.
the red? Yeah. So there, that is a bend. So maybe that's what gave it the 5. They were really harsh on these cards, in my opinion. And from people I've talked to that have graded hollows, tops and hollows in the past with ARS, they seem to get pretty high grades, like 8s and 9s, sometimes 10s. I think they had a 10 plus on one of their hollows.
Oh wow.
Which is just like almost unheard of. But I haven't graded any with. I've tried to grade with ARS some Top Sun cards, but these stickers sometimes are not cut out perfectly. And so the size of them, they got sent back to me because they were oversized, they said. So they didn't fit within the pocket the slab has for the card.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so I've had no luck. I think I've sent maybe 8 or 9 Top Sun hollows and never got one back in a slab.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm hopefully this one actually comes back in a slab, seeing that it's in a PSA slab. Maybe they'll, send it back without one, but I'm hoping that they do at least slab it. And I think condition-wise, it might go up. I have a feeling it might go up.
It looks really nice otherwise. Yeah, the thing you mentioned at the top, that looks like a little bit of a bend or crease.
Yeah, that looks...
Scratches are impossible to tell on this front surface.
I think that's just the way the sticker looked too. Like, yeah.
Because of the cracked ice, yeah. And then, yeah, it looks pretty good for a 5.
Yeah, especially for these cards. I think part of the way they're manufactured makes them obviously look a little bit different than the newer stuff, but I'm hoping it gets bumped up, or at least slabbed even.
Yeah, because you get a couple more of these. It would be a shame if they all came back just cracked but not slabbed.
Oh, did I send more Top Sun?
Yeah, a few more. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know I sent. Okay.
I think 3.
Oh wow.
4.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, so that's that. Very nice. The next up is nothing too crazy. It's the Golden Sky Silver Ocean Typhlosion Hollow. This is another one of my kind of hard PC items. This is a PSA 9. I love the artwork on this card. Golden Sky Silver Ocean in general is incredible. No, it's Kusajima. Hajime Kusajima. Yeah. And this one we can keep brief. It's pretty clean, but it has a little bit of whitening here on the side. Let's see if we can get it to show just right here. Yeah, where my finger is. So I think, this is where it gets scary, right? Because when I was in Tokyo looking for slabs, I looked at some ARS 9s they had. Old back ARS 9s. There were no rarity cards. And none of them had whitening on the back. Not a single one of those ARS 9s had any whitening whatsoever. So I'm like, is this just going to get an 8? Because of that little white nick? I don't know, man.
Yeah, and I've even seen 8s, like ARS 8s that come back modern cards. And I spent a decent amount of time looking for why they're 8s. And I'm like, I have no idea what they're seeing. So it's just who knows? Yeah. Hopefully you can get the 9 with that, though. It's well centered, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's such a cool card. Pairs well with Ethan's. That's true. Henry, a little whitening, nothing a marker can fix.
Oh no.
Yeah, so this is one I got just before I left Kyoto and moved to Tokyo. This was early 22. Would have been March maybe. I went card shopping with a buddy in Kyoto, literally a week before I left Kyoto. And I found this card in Yellow Submarine, and it was 230 yen. And I think that was a steal even at the time, even though I got a PSA 9. But it's primarily stays with me because I have that memory of my last week when I lived in Kyoto City and going card shopping with a buddy. It was a ton of fun. So this is one that's staying in the PC. Yeah.
Hey, Java's here. What's up, Java?
What's up, Java Kuma? Nice to see you. How you doing? How's the store going? Always love hearing your updates. And I'm very curious to find out about your next tag experiment, by the way. Yeah. All right, Chuck. Here's
Oh
another one
man, I
that might.
did set it. Okay. All right, so these are all from the same submission. You can tell by the cert number. Yeah, go back on my YouTube and you'll see how wrecked I got. This is when I knew nothing about grading. This was another one though I felt super strong about when I sent. Is it the top right again? That's not.
It's so hard to see. It
I don't think so.
it almost
Um,
feels like the top is like bent in a bit like this,
oh really?
like
Yeah, it's
across
so
the whole
hard
card
because
though. But
the
yeah,
cracked ice part of it, it throws it off. Like sometimes you'll see something you think is a dent or a fold or a bend, and then you're like, oh, it's just the hollow of the cracked ice. Okay, maybe at the bottom. See, it's just so difficult. These are stickers that are just super like
oh
fragile, super fragile. You can see the break in the light at the bottom.
yeah, that might be it.
Creates that waviness. See, in my opinion, I don't think that should make it a 5. Again, this is a really good example of top sun card that is well centered. If you looked at a regular card and saw this, you would be you're like, oh, this is off centered. But it's these are just so fragile, so hard. I'm like scared putting them in the card savers because of how flimsy they are. I'm like, I'm gonna like shove it in and bend it, or it's gonna get stuck. And so, but yeah, I think ARS understands, honestly. I mean, this is just a theory. These cards weren't in America. These are something that came out only in Japan. They're stickers. Obviously, there's stickers in America, but I just don't think maybe that the PSA graders knew enough about them or don't like in the States compared to the people that grew up with it. Because the PSA Japan graders or the ARS graders are people that grew up with it and they understand the card.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm totally off by saying this, but I think that they really do have a better chance when these cards go to ARS if they end up slabbing them. Hopefully they're not oversized or miscut. But yeah, I think this will have a chance of going up, honestly.
Do you think that's why? I think this is it. By the way, this is really like, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
But do you think it's them not slabbing it is because they're just cut differently sometimes? I mean, let's hope so.
Well, they said it was oversized. I know like sometimes fake ones are oversized,
Oh,
but I mean, PSA authenticated most of the ones that I sent to ARS. Not saying that's foolproof, but then I asked even people that are also into Top Sun, big Top Sun collectors, and they're like, oh yeah, those look real. But sometimes fake Top Sun cards can be a little bit different in size, and so that was my initial worry was maybe that's why they didn't, but I was pretty confident that they weren't fake.
Yeah.
But they actually when they sent it back, they put a sticker on it that says oversized.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't slab it, but yeah.
And I guess sending it in the PSA slab is probably pretty good sign that it should work, right?
I'm hoping that I've always sent them raw. I've cracked them out of PSA slabs in the past and then sent them in raw to get regraded, but hopefully this works out for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful card, and like it's there at the bottom, but it's so like without the light you would never see it, and it's just a 5 is brutal. But we'll see what the ARS says. All right, next up we got a Versus Series Rockets Scizor from the Trainer magazine. This one's always difficult to show the holo. It's even got a nice swirl, but I don't think it's gonna show on camera. A while ago, I don't know when it was. Must have been in 22. I bought a bunch of these sealed trainer magazines from one seller on Yahoo Japan. He would sell one and then like list another one. Sell it, list another one. And it just kept coming.
The same exact card?
Yeah. Always this one sealed in the trainer magazine with the plastic around it sealed and everything. And it was always auctions, I think. Well, they had auctions, but then he had like a more expensive buy it now option. At the first one, I was in a bidding war against someone. And I was like, God, this is too annoying. And then whenever he would list another one, I would just pay the buy it now price. It wasn't that much at the time. I forget, but maybe like 6,000 to 9,000 yen for the sealed trainer magazine.
Nice.
And so I had a bunch of these. I opened every single one. I don't think I have one sealed left. And every single one I opened sealed from the trainer magazine. So this is a bit of information for you guys out there if you're thinking about opening these sealed. Every single one had a bit of whitening. But on this one, I don't even know if the camera is going to catch it. It is super minor. Just on this bottom corner around the edge, a little bit of whitening. And then the surface might have some minor scuffing, but it's like, hey, it's one of those things. It's like
it looks clean to me.
Yeah, it's pretty damn clean. And always with
That's an
centering
awesome
as
card.
well. Like e-reader centering is something I still don't think PSA truly knows how to grade, because it always seems like a complete random crapshoot. Like if you didn't know, this one's pretty well centered front and back, but a lot of e-readers will have kind of a thick top and a thinner right. But if they have it like this, then they'll be well centered on the back. And if they look well centered on the front, because you can only tell centering on top and right, you can't tell it here because of the e-reader, the barcode thing. And if they look well centered on the front, they're typically OC on the back. So a well centered card is, well, I'll start with the camera. They'll always be a bit off in the front, but I think PSA, I don't know, it just seems random sometimes. So
Yeah, I think
this
I
is
have
what
a
I'm
good
hoping
example
comes
of
back
that.
as another 9. If I get really lucky, it might get the 10. But like the thing is with like, because ARS they have the 10 plus, right? And the 10 plus to them is like a virtually perfect card. So a 10 in
Yeah,
theory can have a minor flaw, right?
true.
So I wonder.
Yeah, although I've
Please.
never seen any flaws, I'm just struggling to catch what they're seeing on some of these 9s and 8s, and like even the 10, like, well, I guess the 10, but the 9 and 8s, I'm like looking, I'm like, what is wrong with this card? Why did it get a 9? Why did it get 8? Because I want to learn so I can, next time not do that. And I don't think I've cracked the code on it yet.
Yeah.
But the 10 plus is super difficult to get. I've made like, I don't know, maybe 4 submissions now, and I think I've a total of 4 10 pluses I've gotten. So 80 cards, 4 of them were 10 pluses.
Yeah, the 10 plus is something I'm not so sure about with ARS. I still have to kind of make up my mind if I like it or not. In a way, it's nice, but there's some things I'm like, are there actually noticeable differences? It's one of those things.
I think people were thinking originally, and I kind of thought this for a little while, that the 10 pluses took into account centering, but I double checked that, and it doesn't say anywhere on their website that that's a thing. They don't account for centering at all in any of their grades. I think if they did do that, that would kind of be cool, but it would
Right.
probably be a lot easier to get a 10 plus if that was the case. And there'd be a lot more of them.
Yep.
So
Yeah, same thing. I kept people saying that the 10 plus is the centering then, but on their website, it doesn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
It just says we don't grade centering, period, for all grades. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alrighty,
have
next card.
couple of 10. I have a 10 plus and a one piece card that's terrible centering. Yeah, so I have an example of a 10 plus that's not well centered at all.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they take into account print lines? I don't think so. I think anything that's manufactured is not graded by ARS. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
Oh, another VS card. Yeah, we sent a few VSs, huh?
Yeah. So this is yours.
Yeah, I got these on Mercari back in like 2020, I think. One of the first pickups in 2020. There was this one and another one, and they were sold as a pair for, I think, 3,000 yen a piece. And I was just like, VS, Japanese exclusive cards. Yeah, sure. Easy day. And it looks pretty clean. I don't know if there's any whitening on the back. The only thing I can see is let me see. Did you notice any whitening when you looked at them?
I think it might be this one or the other one where I noticed a bit. Let me just look. No, I don't think so. I think it's the other one that's...
Yeah, I didn't notice it on any of them, but the back's maybe a little off center.
Oh, I think it's... I mean, it's unbelievable to think that this is the reason why it's a 9, but I don't think this camera's going to show the tiniest white mark at the top edge.
Okay.
But it's
I'll have to
literally
believe
like
you.
jokingly small.
Yeah, so it looks a little off center too on the back, right? Like heavy left.
Oh, yeah. So, maybe that's
Yeah.
why I got the 9. Good point.
So
See, that's what I was talking about. If you look at the
I'm
front
hoping-
centering, the Raichu looks better centered front, but then on the back, it's clearly OC. That's what I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is
that's...
Yeah,
Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say that I think that's the reason maybe it got the 9. Also, the top right edge. I don't know if you could see it on the front. It looks like it might be lifted up a bit. No, sorry, the other side. No, the other edge, top corner. Sorry.
Oh, up here?
Yeah, by the
Or this
HP, by the HP and the
Oh,
symbol,
by the
the
HP?
energy
Okay.
symbol. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. It looks like the top right is maybe lifted a little bit. I don't know.
Not really.
No? Okay. Hopefully it's just the centering issue, and hopefully that's all ARS sees, and they bump it up to a 10, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
'Cause that's pretty clean, especially for, I don't know, a card
This
2001.
It's a clean card, man. And this
Yeah.
is why like I like ARS not grading centering. And one of the things I like about them not grading centering, and I'm still at 50-50 on that, but this was graded, 6-cert PSA back centering. What is it, 70-30 or 75-25 or
Yeah.
what is it? It's
I don't
definitely
know.
within that, 100% within that.
Yeah.
So yeah, very cool card. I think these Jasmine's Raichus, I don't know if they were also included in the booster packs, but I think they come from the Tyranitar deck, your PSA 10 that you have.
Yeah. That one's off
I think
centered
this
on
is
the
one
back
of the
too.
cards it's one of the cards from that deck, I believe. Yeah.
So this one's like probably a little bit more well centered. It's a little top heavy, but like you were saying, but I think it's closer than that Scizor you had. And you look at the back, and you see the left looks a bit thicker than the right, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of goes into what you were saying about how the front being centered better is the back's gonna be worse.
Why not send that one to ARS Jug?
Oh man, I thought about it.
No, don't do it.
Yeah, this is the first 10 I graded. I don't know. It's an expensive card now.
Oh yeah. All right, next one we get this one right here.
Nice. This is awesome.
So this is a PSA 7. This is actually one I purchased for this experiment. So I didn't grade this card myself. I didn't own the raw card. I just bought this as a PSA 7 a couple weeks ago, off of Medicali for this experiment. But I don't know. I think it just looks like a really sick card. It's got, I don't know if it's gonna show or not, but it's got like a really nice swirl right here. Might not show on camera, but
Java's. That's funny.
That's funny. I mean, this artwork is just unbelievable. It's unreal.
You'd pick that up the other day and you text me, and then I think like a couple days ago I was on Mercari and one popped up and I was like, oh man, now I want one. 'Cause you were just talking about this card. I was like, it looks so good. And I was trying to show my wife. She's like, she didn't understand the art. She's like, what's that white line? I was like, he's in the water. He's like, he's alligator mode. And then she's like, oh, okay.
It's very cool. And again, it's like one of those things, like, I just would love to own it in an ARS slab because I think it'd look unbelievable. And by the way, we'll make another live stream in the future once the cards come back. We'll do a blind reveal, and then I'll make a dedicated video where I go through the results. And in that, I'll do it, 4K and all that. So you'll see all the details much better there, in like really nice quality. Better than the live stream for sure. But this card, it's a PSA 7. It's just got a bunch of whitening. That's really the easiest way to describe the condition of this card. And down here, it's got like some weird surface marks.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is like dirt someone could have cleaned off with a bit of water, but or if it's like actual surface color missing. But yeah, it's just got a good amount of whitening, and this should be interesting when this comes back. It's got more issues on the left side, a bit of whitening on the right, but yeah, the front is pretty nice. This is something interesting, by the way. I tried to prepare for this live stream a little bit. Like some of the really scuffed slabs, I tried to do some McGuire plastics to like polish them up so they look nice. This is a very new slab, and the Japanese new slab is a little bit different than the English one, right? It's a little softer, and I couldn't get this thing scratch free. Like, I don't know if it's the micro. I used 2 different microfiber cloths to see if that was the issue, but whenever I went at it, it just left small scratches. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe the new slabs are hard to clean.
I've tried that too, where I use that plastics, and it takes care of some stuff, but then other stuff it doesn't seem to come off or it gets it like better, but it's not completely disappearing.
And it adds new stuff like micro scratches, but it adds new scratches. But the old PSA slabs, you could get it completely clean. Yeah. So this is something to keep in mind. Be careful.
Yeah. Oliver said Komiya Masago. He that's his favorite the artist of his favorite Ho-Oh card, the Neo. Is it Neo?
Oh no, wait, that's cool.
Destiny? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a good ho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Masaki.
Blackwire's favorite Blastoise of all time.
It's such a good card. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Shug. Here we go.
Yeah, more Top Sun. This I don't think will have an issue. So this is not the sticker Top Sun. These are the base cards. Came in the same gum pack. Very well centered card. I sent 2 of these to PSA. One came back a 10, which I was very surprised. It's pop 29 and a 10.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and dude, this is so this one, I think the last sold was like 2,500, but there's 2 on PSA's eBay where it now listed for $40,000. I don't know
Oh
who's
my god.
listing them for that, but I'm following them very closely. But yeah, this one got a 7. I was hoping I could get another 10. I think it's a bit bottom heavy for as far as centering. That shouldn't be an issue for ARS. And then on the bottom left, towards that left of the text box, like on the tan part of the border, next to that yellow part, there's like a dimple in the card somewhere around there. On the cream border. If you go down the card a bit, I don't know if you can see it.
I get the light across. I can't see it in person, by the way.
It's very, very, very minor. It's very shallow, but it's like a circular dimple in the card, maybe a couple millimeters, a millimeter. But yeah,
okay.
it's super shallow.
Oh, that's crazy though. Like that's
the only thing I could think of. I'm not sure if there's any issues on the back or not, or if you see anything. These cards are very, the manufacturing is way different than a TCG card. So
the back looks so clean.
Right?
Yeah. See what this comes back as from ARS, man. Like this card looks mega clean.
Yeah. I think this one will actually get bumped up. I'm hoping. We'll see though. I thought about actually cracking it and sending it to PSA again, because I've actually had the Gengar that I originally sent was a 9, and I cracked that and it got sent back as a 10 because I was really confident in that one. I was like, this is a 10. I know it is. And so I cracked it and it came back a 10. But yeah, we'll send it to ARS and see what happens.
Potential scratches, I can't see through the slab aside. This looks super clean.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah. And with the Gengar attacks recently, this could be a big one. Gonna be very interesting.
Yeah, a lot of times with those Top Sun cards too, I don't know if I mentioned this, but there's that gum inside the pack. And it sits in there and it rests against the cards, and you'll get like a dent with some of them. This one doesn't seem to have it, as far as I could tell, but it's similar to the Masaki mark where you get that impression on the card from it sitting over time.
It's like lengthwise, right?
I think so. At one of the bottom ends of the card, PokeRev did a video a while ago where he opened that Top Sun box and then sent them all into PSA, and they were all 6s. And I think it was because of the impression the gum made on the mark of the card.
I remember that PSA return video of his. That was the most brutal thing I've ever seen. Every single card is like a 5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess he didn't check them before he sent them. But yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Here's a cool one. Arceus from the movie Commemoration Random Pack. This comes out of a booster pack that was released, a set that came out to commemorate the movie. And in the set, you have 3 Arceus holos and 3 spiky-eared Pichu holos, all Japanese exclusives. This is my favorite of the 3 Arceus holos. I owned it in a 10 before, but sold it. Kind of regretted it. So this is when I picked up on Medicati for this experiment in a 9, because I just want to own it again. And something with ARS and Japanese exclusive cards makes like especially sense to me. Like Japanese exclusive cards just in a weird way, they just fit well in ARS Slabs. Something about it. So I think this one would be really nice. I bought it on Medicati because, when I looked at the pictures on Medicati and on PSA, I couldn't see any whitening, and there's no whitening. And it is a little bit off center. And so I was like, oh, this is probably a very clean PSA 9. They got the 9 because of the centering, which then in theory, it should upgrade with ARS. It should be a 10, maybe even a 10 plus. See, it's top and left heavy. However, when I got it in the mail, I looked at it up close under the light, and it's got like 1 or 2 small scratches on the surface. And this is, I
Mm.
don't know if we're gonna get to show this on
Oh,
camera.
I
You
think
see
I
it?
can see them. They're pretty like long, right?
Yeah, it's like oh, there's
Yeah, I
another
think I
one
see.
here.
They're very faint, but um,
There's one.
oh, okay, I see. Okay,
And there's another one like down here somewhere. So
yeah.
because of those scratches, I've just sort of changed my mind. I don't think it's gonna get a 10 with ARS. But then again, if it gets downgraded because of one or two small scratches that is super hard to see, then what is a 10? You know, and what is a 10
Mm,
plus? Because otherwise, it's like a really really clean card. But this is going to be a very interesting one, I think.
yeah, that's yeah. I'm interested to see how they grade that. And so I've actually seen one instance of them missing, in my opinion, misgrading a card with how strict that they seem to be. At least I sent
Hmm.
two of the Boa Hancock, like profile pick cards. I forget what the card is, but for one of my friends, and we knew sending them in that one of them had the smallest speck on the bottom right corner, and it was the art was like a darker area, but it had this tiny white speck, and it looked like it was a chip out of the art almost, but it was super, super tiny. And I was like, oh, dude, I think ARS might dink this for a 9, just knowing how hard they grade. And
Yeah,
both came back the same exact grade, but they were right in front of each other. And you looking at them next to each other, you can see that one had a white part on the bottom right that the other one didn't. In my
interesting.
opinion, that was a miss on their part. Maybe it's something that's they think is from the manufacturer, but I tend to believe that maybe they just missed it because it's so small.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? I mean, we've been talking about ARS. You've been talking about ARS for a while, and there's a lot of stuff we like about it. But they're still a grading company. They're also probably inconsistent to some extent.
Hmm.
So you never know, right? But this is a cool card. Lab gloves next time. Yeah, I could
I
grab
have
some if
some.
you want me
I do
to.
gotta say I have some in the kitchen.
Wait a sec. I saw those at Hobby, often regret not picking them up. Yeah, you can still find them. They're still around. Son of a Merc, how's it going? I love this card. Yeah, same here. I
Son of
love
a
these.
Merc.
It's so cool. And the like the little the movie logo down here.
That's the first person I thought of when you pulled this card up. I was like, oh, Son of a Merc. He likes. I know
Yeah,
he's
this is
talked about
sick.
this card in the past. Yeah.
All right, Chuck. This is a pretty spicy one, I think. Um, there we go.
Ooh. Shout out to Thrifty. She's the one who hit me up on Merc. She's like, hey, I can't buy this card. They won't sell to my Buy account. If you want it, it's yours. And so
No
she's the
way.
one who, yeah, she dropped me the link for this card. She
Oh,
every
that's
so
cool.
often will send me stuff if she can't. If like sometimes sellers on Mercari won't sell to like the proxy services.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
And
can choose.
so
You can choose to decline if you want to. Yeah, as a seller.
yeah, so she's like, hey, they won't sell it to me. Here's a deal. And so I was like, oh, sweet. So I picked this one up. I can't remember the price. I think it was 8,000 yen. It has some issues.
Yeah, but 8,000 yen.
Yeah, it
These are
has.
like 20,000 yen, 25 minimum now in any condition. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right. It has like definitely, I think, some whitening on the back. It has some dents on the bottom left corner. Yeah, you can see whitening kind of everywhere, right? It has some scratches. There's a dent on the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on the front
There's
too.
a couple on the bottom left.
Yeah, but it's
Um,
pretty clean visually, like for 4. Um, I don't know. It might get around the same grade, maybe lower. Who knows? I have no idea actually on this card what it'll grade. What do you think?
uh,
It's off
oh man,
centered, right?
I think. Let me wipe it down real quick. I think. I mean, centering doesn't matter what they are, right? But yeah, it is OC.
Yeah.
Um, it has some issues. Oh man, I think it isn't much worse than my Masaki.
Really?
No.
I think it's more dense than yours though, right?
Yeah, no, but not the Masaki is the Masaki mark, and then
Yeah.
has one or two surface indents, kind of like yours as well. So, um, I think they'll get a similar grade, to be
Okay.
honest. Yeah,
Yeah, I think a 4, yeah, around there.
I
Cool
see the
card.
front real quick.
I'm hoping they redo some base set arts or some older like, Japanese exclusive promos in like for the 30th anniversary, similar to how they reimagined the base set Charizard, get some of the old school artists to do this for we were talking about this, like what if they did it for the Pikachu Illustrator, like a reimagined art.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm up for it. So
Like
I
a full art. Yeah.
I like that. I like that you can collect these cards you can never afford in a different way. Like, for example, I'm a huge fan of the Umbreon Gold Star from the 25th anniversary, because I'm never going to own the real one.
Right.
So, but yeah, this is a sick card, man. I think it's going to look amazing in the ARS slab, and the live stream is not going to do it justice, but the glitter holo on it is unreal.
Yeah, I immediately, when I got the card back in PSA, I'm like, why didn't I just send it to ARS originally? Because I was debating ARS or PSA, and then I was like, I should.
Oh yeah,
just
this
send
is
it
a
to
12
ARS.
cert. Yeah, that was recent.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah. Very nice card. Okay, here's another one I picked up for this experiment specifically. These are very hard to show on camera.
That texture is crazy though.
Yeah, so the Sun and Moon GX regular full arts, they have, I think, all the same texture. It's just the color is different. The rainbows will have different, like each rainbow has a unique texture, whereas the full arts, I think, all have the same. But it does look very nice. At least the background texture, that is. Yeah. So this is a 9, and I'm fairly certain it is a 9 just because of the centering. It's very top heavy and a little bit right heavy. And again, maybe there is something I missed. You never know. Maybe some scratches or some surface or whatever, right? But this is one I could see get bumped to a 10.
So I have a question about these GXs, because I originally was under the assumption that whenever I was pre-grading, I looked at that black line and where the outside of that black line was, how far that was from the edge of the card, and that's how I kind of graded centering. Somebody said that black line is it. You should ignore it and just look at centering from the silver part only. Do you know if that's true?
Yeah, I think so. Technically, the border is all what's silver. The black line goes through the border. And this is the most frustrating thing with GX centering and PSA. Like, they're not consistent on it, or not very consistent. They're supposed to measure it these days. I'm sure they don't. Like, and so, like, a lot of these GXs, like, I think this one is actually pretty OC, but a lot of them will look way more OC than they actually are if you look at the whole border, the true border. But I don't think PSA does. At least a lot of graders, I think, don't. So, yeah. These are sick too, man. And this set, it's just a full art, but it's from Sky Splitting Charisma. That box is now 300,000 yen, maybe. Like, no, not many people are opening that box now, and it's a Rayquaza from that set. So I think some of these full arts are, some of the full arts are very expensive. Depends on, which Sun and Moon set they come from. This one's sort of a bit in between. Well, it's not expensive yet, especially not in a 9. But don't sleep on Sun and Moon full arts, and in that as well, don't sleep on Sword and Shield full arts. I know they're not everyone's favorite cards, but some of those are getting up there, like the Rayquaza V from Blue Sky Stream. Now that the box is so expensive, that card now has gone way up in raw condition. So
yeah, I think that one's like a $1,200 card, right, or something in raw condition.
Not the
maybe
full
I
art.
don't know.
The alt art. The alt art.
The alt art. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the regular full art, the standard
okay.
V full art. Like, yeah, but they especially in person, they look really nice still. So this is going to be interesting. I hope this gets bumped to a 10.
I hope we everything gets bumped up and we just like unexpectedly make off with pull off something that we never thought would happen. That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
I'm optimistic.
All right, here's another one. This is a high grade now this time.
Yeah, so I picked these up. These are another one of the first things I picked up, was like picking up Top Sun and then Carddass cards, and I sent a bunch in. A lot of them got 8s. I don't think I got any 9s on any of them, but out of all the 8s, this was the one that I was the most confident about, having a chance at either staying or getting bumped up. I didn't see anything. It's kind of, again, hard to tell with the prism holo sometimes, and then the case. The only thing that I wasn't sure about, these are stickers as well, if I'm remembering right, the only thing is the top edge, you can see the white line, and that's kind of like the shift, I think, of the sticker, just how it was placed. I don't know if they're, because sometimes that's not there if the sticker's well, I don't know, centered on the backing. But I don't know if there was too much whitening on the back edges of this or not. I think it was pretty clean compared to my other ones. I had a Charizard that I was tempted to send, but it had some whitening that I was like, I'll keep it in the PSA 8 slab. Did you see anything on there, like scratches, or there might be light scratching? I'm not sure.
I don't remember when I looked at it before. Maybe some minor scratches. The front is impossible to tell. It looks clean. Like, it looks clean. I could see it go up. I think it's a good example you were talking about earlier, like PSA not really knowing how to grade stuff like this, or not back then.
Yeah, maybe they're more, you know, I mean, the more people send them in, the better, you know, they get at it. But I have a feeling that, yeah, like partly some of these cards just get graded based on a different standard, because they just they're not, you know, educated or experienced in what these cards are and how they were made, how they were produced, how they were distributed. Whereas ARS, the people working there, you know, people probably like our age, I'm guessing, that were kids picking these cards up that understand what they are. Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can see that. No, I think it makes sense to me. And they're just difficult to grade in general, you know, like that's the thing. What it does have is kind of the it's not like perforation mark.
Oh, but it probably yeah. It has those little,
where
like,
was it? Little dots?
The tags of papers, yeah, like where they were like, I don't know, yeah, it's kind of like a perforation mark, honestly. It's what but I don't know how these were cut or like, yeah. But I did notice that on several of those cards. It's kind of a common thing.
That shouldn't be an issue. Do you know these Pokemon Center spring and autumn campaign stickers from like 22, 23? I don't know if they did them in 24.
I'm not
I have
sure.
some of the grading box, but they're just similar size stickers from Pokemon Center with a bunch of Pokemon on them. They released a couple years ago, or like gave us gifts for purchases, and those all have those dots as well. And there's plenty PSA 10s out there, so I don't think that's an issue. Yeah. All right, next up.
Ooh, this is such a cool card.
Got a Celibi EX from Cold Flare, unlimited, which is kind of nice. So this is another purchase I made specifically for this video. I bought this together with another card that's coming later, and I just felt like the two cards for their conditions, this is an 8, the other one you'll see, were just very, very cheap, even in these conditions. And I thought they would look nice in ARS and would be an interesting grade for the submission. Yeah, texture on black and white full arts is unreal.
We need to bring it back. This is peak right here for full arts.
It's unreal. This one, it just has whitening, so there isn't. We don't need to look at it for too long, and then whitening, and then a bit of an issue down here in the corner. I don't know if the light's gonna catch it. It's got like a bit of an indent.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see. That's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, gorgeous card.
Yeah, that'll look so good in an ARS Slab.
Wish I picked these up a couple of years ago when they were much, 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 much cheaper. I mean, then again, in an 8, it's still cheap. In an 8, it's still super cheap. So as long as you don't go for the 10s.
Yeah, like I was talking about before, some of these slabs that I'm selling online, I'm selling for higher than a PSA 10 price. And they're not a 10 plus, they're just 10s. And I think
interesting.
My thought process behind it was there's a lot of people that just are, you know, wanting to have a card slabbed in a nice display piece. And because of the, you know, barrier to entry of not being in Japan and not being able to easily grade with ARS, some people are willing to pay that extra $20 just to have a card. No matter, and the grades on the back, I think a lot of people can appreciate that. Some people are not down for that. But I think some people can appreciate that because they don't have that 8 staring in the face the whole time and reminding them that their card's not perfect. Even if it looks like that card right here, looking at it, looks visually like perfect to me.
It looks perfect on the front.
Until you get like into it and start inspecting it. And so, you know, you always have that reminder with the labels on Western grading companies, but at the ARS, it's very displayable. Looks like a trophy. You have the grade on the back, and I think people kind of like that.
Hmm. No, I agree. I agree. Especially if
So
it's someone's favorite card or favorite Pokemon or whatever, right?
yeah,
I'm with you there, 100%. You still know the grade, obviously. You never forget what the grade is, even if it's on the back. But
yeah,
not just it not staring you in the face the whole time. It's definitely it does make a difference, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay, Shug. I think this is going to be another interesting one from you here.
Ooh, a Vapor. Oh yeah. Okay, so this one I'd sent at the same time as I sent that first Gengar initially. Or did I send it the second round? I sent it the second round. So the Gengar came back originally a 9, and then I cracked it and resubmitted it with this card. Gengar came back a 10. This one came back a 9. I think this one had a small kind of dimple, like maybe on the left border where you just were in the middle. Another one of those, just similar to the Gengar, where it has that like very shallow, yeah, like right there maybe. Very shallow
Maybe
like
that.
impression. Yeah. And I don't know because the card is like, yeah, I really don't know if that was the reason or not. There was some centering too, maybe bottom heavy or light.
Not really. I mean, maybe a little bit. There's no like that was super
Yeah,
straight.
it's very minor. I was tempted to crack this one out and send it back to get maybe a 10, but just didn't get around to it. I think the back's pretty clean on that one as well.
It's got some stuff in the slab. Good job, PSA.
Yeah, pay extra for that probably. Did I tell you
That's
about I
all I
have a
would say.
booger? Yeah, I have a booger. I swear in my Dragonite Beckett slab.
A booger?
I think it's a booger. I don't know what else it could be.
Oh
I'll
no.
I'll show you sometime, but it just
Yeah,
looks like it's and I hate it. And there's one that has a hair in it too. Another Dragonite slab that has a hair in it. I'm like, this is ridiculous, Beckett. Um, yeah, I don't know if you see anything else, but I think this has a good shot of being a 10.
it looks so clean, man. I just looked at it again, like, you know, directly, not through the camera. It looks super clean.
So,
Yeah.
Scooby Doo, thanks for all the honest insight. Appreciate you not pumping and dumping. Yeah, we're trying to be as objective as we can with these. Although I do
Yeah.
love ARS. So you can see that kind of impression right
Yeah,
there
yeah, you
on
can
the
see it, but it's so minor. It's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that they just kind of ignore that. And hopefully it gets a 10.
Yeah.
Shuck's
Chuck's
pumping
pumping.
bunny cards right now.
He
Yeah.
is. He is. Yeah, so maybe Chuck, you can enlighten a little bit on that because I don't know either.
I don't know here. I have no idea like what they're looking for sometimes. Like I said, the 8 and 9 are very sometimes I don't even know why they're 8s or 9s. I have 2 cards right here. These are one piece cards out of a starter deck. And I don't know why. Sorry, I don't know why I pulled these up because centering is the only issue. But this was, I guess, more a better example of the 10 plus right here being way off centered on the back.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
but
I can see that.
looking at these cards, I've tried honestly because I wanted. This is what I did with PSA. This is like what most people do is they submit cards, experiment a bit to see what they can get away with. Sometimes cards like modern cards will have some manufacturing like light scratching you'll see on the back. I don't even know how to describe it if it's scratching or not. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of the
yeah.
pack they'll have like this very faint stuff and too like a lot of people see if they can get away with that if PSA is going to consider that as part of the damage or if it's just from the manufacturer. And sometimes you get PSA 10s and not just PSA, other companies do this as well, but yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty difficult with ARS because you're so limited in the amount of cards you can send to be able to experiment and play around with, and it's not cheap. I mean, it's about the same price as PSA, but the more you do it, the better you get at it, and you can kind of get an understanding. I've just been finding a really hard time trying to figure it out for myself with ARS.
yeah. I think that 10 plus BGS 10 Black Label, like all this stuff. I think it's a bit silly. Like like send in a 10 plus again, maybe it gets a 10. I don't know, right? But on the prices, I think it's interesting that they're actually more expensive than PSA at their lowest tier. Um,
Oh,
I think
okay,
PSA
yeah.
is 2,980 and they're 3,300. Minor difference, but they're more expensive than PSA. And they have lower max declared values. So their lowest tier max declared value is 50,000 yen, whereas with PSA it's 80. So in a way, like it costs more to send to ARS, and I think it's kind of nuts considering they're like competing with PSA. But I guess people don't mind. We don't mind. We're both sending stuff there. But
You get a better quality product. In
you
my
get
opinion.
like the slab itself, I'm sure, like just
Yeah.
manufacturing wise costs a whole lot more. Still cheap, I'm sure, but a lot more than PSA. But what is interesting is that the reholder, so what we're doing with these slabs, we're just sending, the slabs to ARS, the holder change service, even though they have more work because they actually have to crack each card and then grade it, it's cheaper. And so if I just look at the prices right now real quick, the holder change is standard. So the lowest tier, max declared value 50,000 is 2,640. So a little bit cheaper than the regular grading. So I think they're trying to incentivize people to send submissions there. We'll look at the prices in a bit afterwards I'll throw up the website, but let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the slabs for now, and we'll answer more questions later. So this is the next one from myself. It is the OG base set Charizard.
Beautiful. Regular
one. PSA 7. So this is one I got in 2016. I went card shopping in Mandarake. This is when I was buying all the mystery cubes. That was those days. And I went to Mandarake in Sapporo, of all places. And I picked up a near complete base set. Some of the, like, I think the Machamp Holo was missing and a couple trainers were missing. But it was like a brick with like a paper attached to it that showed all the cards that were included. And it was near complete base set. I think 3,000 yen.
Damn.
And yeah.
This was in it?
This was in it, yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a 7, so not great.
Still though.
It's nice. So
it's
I'm
like
getting this
60,000 yen card raw probably right now, no?
In this condition, maybe. The thing is, like, this is a forever PC card for me because I got it back then. It's one of the cards I still have left from from those days, and I just want this to look as nice as possible, so it's going to ARS. But it looks pretty nice. At the front, it's not going to show on camera. It's got a couple like specs, paint specs that are missing where the holo is shining through a little bit. It's got some minor scratches on the holo, but the holo is actually quite clean. And then the back, the only whitening it has is down here.
Okay, yeah.
And then a little bit up here up here. I don't know if that's gonna show. Sorry, just in this blue area up here, might not show.
Yeah, I see it, just barely.
And then it just has like a bunch of scratches on the back, right? So these are probably not gonna show, but just a bunch of scratches on the back. When I got it initially, it also had like a little green paint chip attached that I was able to wipe off before I graded it. But it's an amazing looking 7. But I think it's a deserved 7 because of the scratches on the back. But I'm very curious to see what this will grade with ARS. I think one of the scratches is relatively deep as well, although I can't find it right now.
Sorry, what'd you say you think it'll grade with?
I'm not sure. It might grade another 7, but like it's a super nice looking 7 compared to some other 7s I've seen. But I think it's a deserved 7 because of the amount of scratches on the back. There's a lot.
I'm curious to see how they grade that.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Cool card.
I think
for
it's
sure.
good we send a lot of good like a middle grades because I don't think I've ever. It's either when I'm grading raw cards with ARS right now. I guess I haven't done too much experimenting and I'm trying to either get a 10 or I'm trying to get a PSA 1 with a lot of the stuff I've sent. And so this will be interesting to see these middle grades that we're sending.
Exactly. That's going to be super interesting, I think. And hopefully quite educational.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much we can learn from this very small sample size, but we will definitely learn a little bit, right? Blackwire saying, I'm all for these ARS slabs. When we go to the museum, we aren't staring at the frame numbers. We stare at the art. Yeah, that's true. Also never been to a museum where labels on top. That's to me, it's obvious. Yeah. Some people don't like it. Some people prefer the label at the top. It's interesting.
People are so used to it.
To each their own, right? To each their own.
Yeah.
All right, Shug, we got 1, 2, 3, 5 more. So this next one is from you. It's another Versus series, Raichu.
Yeah, I was wondering. This is the other one. I don't remember seeing anything wrong with this, similar to the other one. I wonder if this one's going to be off-centered on the back, because it looks like it's properly. It's like the thicker on top, like you were saying. Yeah, it looks pretty good on the back.
Pretty well, yeah. So it's just, you know.
I didn't remember seeing any whitening, but you said you might have seen something on the bottom.
I think this is where I found some whitening. Yeah. But I think, yeah.
It was super
even
super
here,
minor, right?
Yeah, it's on this edge.
9.
There's like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 tiny dots. Yeah,
the camera just did something crazy.
Whoa, what's happening here? let me restart it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's weird. But yeah, this is 1, 2, 3 tiny white dots. The thing though, this is the crazy thing, right? This is a 6 cert. And in the 6 cert era, there are a lot of PSA 9s that have ridiculous amounts of whitening.
Really?
Like, I think around the 6, 7 cert era, and this goes a bit into the tinfoil hat theory, but PSA was just grading Japanese new backs super easy. And there's a lot of 10s with whitening, and there are a lot of 9s with like unreal whitening. I bought a 10th anniversary Bulbasaur Pokemon Center promo in a 9. I cracked it for the binder, but that thing is just like whitening all around. It's like PSA didn't know how to grade new back then, or I'm not sure. It was weird, and so I'm surprised for being a 6 cert. It has like 2 or 3 tiny white dots.
They were just trying to get through the log probably too at that time, right? It was like a year behind or something around that time, 2020.
That's possible. Yeah, that's possible.
They might have just been like, let's pump them through. It's Japanese next.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but like this is a clean looking card. Again, these little white dots are not going to show on camera, I don't think.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah,
but they're there. See. They're there. Like you see
this
them.
This was a part of that deal too, where it was like both of these. The other Raichu we showed earlier was it was 3,000 yen a piece. I think I got both for 6,000, and I was like, oh, a 9. That's easy pickup for me.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, this is versus. It's a very clean Versus series card.
Oliver said Logan Paul sent it in.
Yeah,
it got bumped up because it was Logan Paul.
Yeah, like some of the 9s I saw in Tokyo this time, that when I was looking for 9s for this video specifically, a lot of them were 6, 7 cert, and when I turned them around, I was like, oh my goodness, like, yeah. So
it's crazy how much variation you see with the PSA cards sometimes, and if you start to look and then compare the different cert eras, and you're like, oh, okay, this is wild. You'll see like themes within the certain cert numbers.
I think so, yeah. So if you're buying PSA 10s or 9s for your collection, be extra careful with 6, 7 certs. I remember also seeing like Java Kuma. I don't know if he's still here. Maybe he's watching the VOD later, but I remember watching his PSA returns, and he would get some 10s sometimes back then that were like, why did this get a 10? Yeah. If I remember correctly. I think that was his videos. But all right, next up we've got a Gengar Mimikyu GX from Tag Bolt Goated set. This is a 9 that I picked up for this video. You might have seen this in my recent card store pickups video. It was 12,800 yen, which is interesting because, it's like 6,000 yen cheaper than the raw card. And the raw card is definitely not guaranteed to be a 10, so you can get some absolute steals on 9s in these. I found it in a card store in Tokyo, and when I looked at it in the store, I was like, oh, I think this got the 9 because of the centering, because centering is a little top-heavy, right? And when I got it home, I flipped it around. Well, I flipped it around in the store, but I didn't see it. I found it when I got home. It's got a tiny white nick on this bottom edge, this bottom corner.
I think I see it, yeah. Very, very minor.
Let's see if I can. It's so difficult, like through the camera or the screen. Yeah, it's just like a little bit of an impression, like, I don't know, just like right here. But we'll see. Again, this is the thing. In theory, an ARS 10 doesn't have to be a perfect card.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an interesting one. I think my prediction is going to be an ARS 9 for this. I think it will stay a 9.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to know. It'll be interesting. I think a 9 is probably fair. But I'm kind of hoping it gets a 10, honestly, just to see. I mean, some kind of change like that significant.
That'd be cool. It's a sick card. It's crazy how much these cost now. But I think just this one of the pose and the Gengar Mimikyu in an ARS slab.
I think this one's better than the what is it, the alt art one?
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, I think I like the art better. The pose, just maybe it's the pose and everything, but I think I like it better.
I like it both. I like it equally. I can't pick, but it's a very good card. Like if you think about this being like a regular GX, and you compare it to, you know, regular EXs these days, which look beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, but like this is like nuts.
Yeah, this is better. I feel like,
and all done by Arita. So this is also something I think is super cool. Yeah. Okay, Jacques, here is another really nice one that you're sending off. You're second to last.
Yes. We got a Primal Groudon from Bandit Ring, first edition. This is, yeah, I got this card raw a couple months ago. I don't remember. I think it was like...
These have gone crazy, no?
In a trade or something. So one of my friends here, this dude's loaded and he's been collecting Pokemon since forever, and then like maybe 6 months ago started grading cards, and he's been sending cards in like wild cards. He sent a Gold Star Rayquaza to Beckett, and this is according to him. This was months ago. They have it, and they've been flying people from different parts of the country to come look at it because they think it might get a black label.
No way.
But they're like debating, do we do this or not? Because I don't think it's ever been done. With that
Holy
card.
Cow.
So yeah, he's like pretty generous with the cards he's been like trading me, and like they're obviously my favorite. I got the Gold Star Mewtwo from him, and this was another one of the cards. But yeah, I got it graded, and it came back the 8. I think there's some whitening and stuff on the front, maybe some centering issue, or I'm sorry, not on the front, but the back.
It's got a little bit of whitening on the back. Yeah.
Okay.
In this one corner a little bit, and then on the edge a little bit, but it's pretty minor for an 8. I'm not gonna lie, like. This is a nice looking card.
So much of like I thought it would get bumped up. I just kind of was like, oh, I'd rather have this in an ARS slab. I think it'll display really nicely. That was probably my thought process with that. It looks like the corner might be bent, the right one.
I mean, if the corner is bent, then it shouldn't have. Yeah, I see. Okay, I see what you mean. A little bit, maybe. Oh, maybe it shouldn't have gotten an 8.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there.
Yeah. Very slight, but yeah, we'll see how this one goes. I think it'll look better in an ARS slab anyway, so that's why I wanted it in there.
100%. Yeah, this is a sick looking card, and in person it looks insane. Like these are really cool. Cards I slept on, never picked up, and now they are pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Rayquaza as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm missing the Kyogre. I need the Kyogre.
Ooh, I think the Kyogre is like the best one. The blue with the gold goes really well.
Yeah, it looks cool.
So this is my last one, and I think this is also going to be quite interesting. This is the one I bought together with the Celibi. Here's the Entei. So this one is first edition from Dark Rush. Once again, texture is wild. This is a PSA 6, and for a while I was like, I don't know why it's a 6. There's like this little thing at the top edge. And I felt like looks like a very deep scratch, and you can see it there maybe. But it's a little crease, and it's noticeable when you turn it around because it's got like, I don't think there's any whitening, or maybe some minor whitening, but top edge, it's actually bent a little bit. I don't know if we can get it to show with the light. I'll try my best. There, you can see it.
Oh yeah, very minor.
Yeah, so this is something that some card doctors could probably fix, but I'm just sending it to ARS as is. Because I think it's going to be very interesting how they grade this.
Yeah, for science.
Yeah, it's one of those things where the light shows it clearly, but I had to look for it. Like, it took me a while to find it. But the giveaway was the little bit of creasing that's visible on the front top edge there.
Yeah, that's such a cool card. These black and white full arts are something I never picked up, and I've always, whenever somebody pulls one out or shows one off, I'm like, these are so cool.
Yeah. And both together, the Celebi and the Entei. So the Celebi Unlimited 8 and then the Entei First Edition 6. I think I paid 12,000 yen for both. Which I think is, despite their condition, I think is still like a really good deal for cards that look this nice.
Yeah, they're 15 years old now too.
Yeah. All right, and then, Jacques, let's get to the grand finale. We can answer some questions afterwards or look at the ARS website, maybe if people are curious of pricing and whatever. But this is the grand finale. Jacques, massive shout out to you for sending a 10, because everything we sent so far has been lower than a 10. I think none of us, well, I didn't have the guts to send a 10. I was thinking about a couple that I would like to have in the PC, but it was just a little bit too scary. But you're sending a 10.
Yeah, we're gonna send. This is I saw it when these Umbreons came out. I immediately bought, I think, like 10 of them, around 200 to 220 raw, and I sent them all to PSA. A lot of them came back 10s. I think I got a couple 9s, but I sold them all off, made a decent amount of money. I just held on to this one mostly because I thought this was the best condition one. And so I was selling off the worst 10s, and I kept the one I thought was the cleanest. I also, the cert number, I was like, oh, 8,000. That's really cool that it ended in 8,000.
That is neat.
But I was like, why not try? We're doing this for science. We want to see, and I kind of want to see if we can get a 10 plus out of it. I think it'd be really cool if we can. And like I said, I made a profit on those cards. So if I lose on this for some reason, it comes back at 8 or a 9. My mind will be blown, but I'm excited for this one. I genuinely do think it has a shot at a 10 plus. So
yeah,
we shall see.
That's gonna be super interesting.
Watch, you're gonna show me something right now that you notice, huh?
Oh yeah, no.
No. Break my heart.
No. It looks like a very clean card. I think even like the edges, which nowadays in Japanese sometimes are a little bit, bumpy. It looks very good on this one. Yeah, it's like, and I don't even know if ARS like grades that or not. Like they take that into account because it's also a factory thing, right? Those bumpy edges.
Yeah.
But maybe they do. I don't know. But it looks like it's a clean card.
Yeah, I like this card. I like this art a lot. We'll see. This will be fun to do the reveal like live and first reaction to all these.
Yeah, I'm going with you on this. I'm saying this is going to be a 10 plus.
Oh, really? Wow.
Hell yeah.
All right. Pressure's on.
Let's maybe we got some new people who joined in. We will just of course feel free to watch the VOD afterwards, but let's go through them one more time real quick. Got the PSA 5 Masaki Alakazam. We got the Top Sun. What do you call this? Cracked Ice?
Cracked Ice hollow sticker, yeah.
Cracked Ice Mewtwo 5. Get it. Typhlosion from Golden Sky Silver Ocean in a 9. Get the Vaporeon in a 5. Top Sun. Get the Versus Series Rockets Scizor Trainer Magazine in a 9. Get the Versus Series Jasmine's Raichu in a 9. We got a PSA 7 Expedition Blastoise Hollow. We got the Blueback Top Sun Gengar 7. Let me know if I say something wrong here, because I don't know much about those cards at all. We got the movie commemoration random pack. What a weird name. Arceus 9. Love this card. Japanese exclusive. We got the Stormfront Charizard Unlimited. I just realized. I don't know if we talked about it. It's unlimited. If you mentioned it or not. I don't know.
No, I didn't mention it now, yeah.
And a 4, so that's sick. I'd have to check. Like some of those mid-era sets are more common in unlimited. Like there's a couple, I think, but I think this one is scarcer in unlimited. We got a Sky Splitting Charisma Rayquaza GX in a 9. You got your PSA 8 Carddass Prism Venusaur. This is a very cool card. I was thinking about like doing a Pokemon binder And I was thinking about maybe doing Venusaur because some of my favorite artworks ever are Venusaur. So
Oh, really?
I might have to pick one of those up at some point.
Nice.
We got the Unlimited Cold Flare Celebi that got a PSA 8. And then the PSA 9 Vaporeon Top Sun blue back. Dude, this is I'm hopeful for this one. This looks like such a clean card. We got my base set PSA 7 Charizard, another Raichu versus Series 9. This one is yours. Then a PSA 9 Gengar Mimikyu GX from Tag Bolt. And then your Primal Groudon EX PSA 8. Sick card. Bandit Ring. Like some of these older Japanese set names are so good too.
Yeah, right.
Dark Rush Entei 6. And then the last one we just saw is the Terastal Umbreon EX SAR in a 10.
Dude, we sent some heat. See them all right there back to back. Yeah, I think we sent some really good cards. And two, I don't know. Most of the cards I feel like that we sent are, we're either hopeful that they're going to come back the same grade or get bumped up, I think, right? I don't think we sent too many that were like, oh, this is definitely going to go down. I think the majority of, at least what I sent, I'm pretty optimistic that they're going to stay the same or go up in grade, with the exception of maybe one card. And I'll probably be heartbroken when we do this reveal. I'm probably way off.
I'm ready. I'm ready for the worst, man. Like I think some of mine will go down.
Yeah, we'll
like
see.
A good chunk. We'll see. But
It'll be good.
It's fine. I specifically made sure to choose cards where I wouldn't really care. Like it's all good, you know.
Yeah, I don't think I would care. Maybe the Top Suns, like the Vaporeon, if that went down lower than a 9, I'd probably crack it out, send it to PSA to regrade and see if I could bump it up to a 10. But yeah.
Let me see.
The tie-dye. I like that Oliver noticed that. The tie-dye under the lab coat.
Oh, tie-dye under the lab coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's we're working from home today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Species collecting, yeah. The main reason why I haven't done it yet is because I can't pick a Pokemon or 2 Pokemon. I just can't. But Venusaur might be a good candidate. I don't know. So yeah, I wanted to just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was saying, if you can't pick a Pokemon, you could always, start collecting bunny girls.
I don't think I'll stick to Pokemon. But I'll keep an eye out. If I see someone made a cut, I'll send you some links if I see something.
Yeah, just keep me. Yeah, thank you.
You never know, right? All right, I wanted to throw up the website real quick to maybe show people. Let's see. I was trying to do English for people. So this is what we're doing here. We're doing the holder change appraisal. So delivery time, it's just like the regular appraisal, is also about 2 to 3 months. So it's going to take some time. But I have a sneaking suspicion that they seem to want to incentivize people to send other companies slabs, which is maybe why it's cheaper, even though it's more work for them. They might also be pushing them out a little faster. Who knows? But I'll send these off tomorrow. I still have to sign up, though. But I'll send these off tomorrow. And for looking at the appraisal fee, in case people are curious. So this is the regular grading. This is it with the certificate. And you can see here, right, lowest tier, 3,300 yen with max declared 50. And then the holder change, max declared 50 is 2,640. So a little bit cheaper.
Nice.
Yeah. I was going to ask, should we just send everything in standard and just let them hit us with upcharges? Because there's definitely some in here that will be higher than 50, I think.
Yeah, I would say just do that.
Not many, maybe. Not from me, but I think a couple are probably going to get hit with an upcharge. But I think it's just easiest to do everything in this tier, right?
Yeah, I would just set them all standard.
Yeah.
Standard.
Which ones? I think your Umbreon is definitely above this.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think your Kyogre is. Not Kyogre, sorry, Groudon. Maybe my base set Charizard and my Masaki Alakazam, maybe.
If the Vaporeon Top Sun 10s, it would be.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. It's part of the experiment, right? We'll send everything at this tier. If we pay more, it doesn't come back any faster. So there's literally no point. Just let them decide the upcharges.
Yeah. Do we see the grading tiers, like what they say for what is a 10, what is a 9?
Oh yeah, sure.
I think I've translated it before, and it just says it's like if there's a little bit of dirt, if there's more dirt, if there's a lot of dirt. It's not very specific when it Google translates, but it's
Yeah.
been
So
some years since I've done it, so I don't know what it says now. If it says the same thing.
yeah, what they also do is like using like special technology, so like special
Mm,
lighting. So they are finding stuff you will never see with the naked eye, which is why I'm a little
yeah,
terrified.
yeah, that's
But here,
terrifying.
yeah, here's the standards, right? So a 10, perfect or very close to perfect. Only items in perfect condition will be rated 10 plus. So
Ooh,
it's literally them basically calling it the equivalent of a black label, is what they're
yeah,
saying, right? It's got to be perfect. And I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a fan of these plus grades, like 10. I like that about PSA. 10 is 10. That's it, right? Um, but this is interesting. Older items will be rated 10 plus if they are perfectly preserved in their original condition. So I'm assuming that maybe with your, tops and stuff, when it just came out a certain way, those little flimsy stickers, they take that into account, right?
yeah. It sounds like it. Yeah, they're making note specific, like
Yeah.
intentionally to say that hey, that there's a chance that yeah they can still get 10 plus.
And notice, everyone, it doesn't say anything about centering here. So the only place where it says something about centering is the general notes, and they just say the grade is our own standard, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And printing misalignment centering will not be penalized. So this is for all grades, even the 10 plus.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then the lower grades. So I don't know how informative this is.
Yeah, it's very general, like vague.
Few minor scratches, stains, small, multiple fine, noticeable, minor, and then it goes all the way to there are scratches, stains that significantly affect appearance, which is hilarious. Your Charizard 1.
Yeah, where is it?
Significantly affect appearance. Yeah, no.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
so
they.
happy I'm so
Oh,
happy
wait,
they
wait,
put this
wait,
thing in a
wait.
slab because
Oh,
PSA
let me.
sent it back to me. PSA sent this thing back to me and they said it's altered. We can't put this thing in. And then I was like, please, ARS, let do this. And then yeah, they put it in a slab and I was like, this is awesome.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
that.
so cool. It's definitely affected the appearance.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just yeah, just a little bit of
But it's
whitening.
made it better in some ways.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people actually reach out and they're like, want to buy it. They're
There's
like, dude,
that.
if you ever sell it, let me know.
There's the WTF.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, you got to keep that thing.
No,
And
yeah,
like,
this is forever.
what would they have done? Because with the no rarity, right, you can tell from the Pokemon description that it says Kairiki Pokemon and not Kain Pokemon, so fighting Pokemon instead of
Yeah,
fire, right? And then the weight as well. It's got Machamp's information.
yeah,
So without that additional information, you couldn't even tell if it was no rarity or not, right? Am I correct?
yeah. Because the rarity mark is marked off, and if this part right here, this demographic or weight and height box was, marked off too, scratched off, I almost want to test it and like damage one to make it look like this again and send it in as a no rarity. Like say this is a no rarity Charizard and
There's
see
no,
if they grade
there's
it.
no way.
If they do, I just found the unlimited money glitch.
There's no way that they would grade that. I think
No,
they would
yeah,
probably just return it. Like if they can't identify which one it is, I don't think they can grade it.
yeah. I don't think they honestly would. That's hopeful
Or
thinking.
it might just by default become a regular one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder
But for
which.
people who
I could
don't
see
know,
them. I
like,
could just see them sending
yeah,
it back though. If I claimed it was a no rarity one. Yeah.
yeah. And obviously no rarity in Japan, they call it makunashi, no mark.
Yeah.
But the Charizard specifically has a nickname. They call it the Kairiki Rizadon.
Yeah.
Right? So the fighting type Charizard essentially.
Yeah. Instead of the
Yeah, yeah.
flying Pokemon. Yeah. I've
Dude.
seen that on Mercari. Yeah, they started too. Even with the Makunashi cards, the no rarity cards. I've seen people start calling it first edition on
Oh,
Mercari posts.
yeah,
And
they
I
do
don't
that
think that was
sometimes
a
now.
thing before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's funny. They're trying to recognize it as their first edition, which it
Yeah.
kind of is.
I'm sending a no rarity Blastoise to ARS to be graded. I still have to send off my regular submission. That's gonna be interesting too. It's pretty beat up, but it's just another one of those just gotta have it
Hmm.
type of cards. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool one. I have the only hollow no rarity card I have is Zapdos. And it's a pretty decent condition one, but I think I might just
That's
binder
nice.
it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just Charizard self flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah.
Platypus. I have destroyed cards like that, so the Charizard makes me happy. Yeah, same here. I always say like a cool card is always a cool card, even if it's not in the best condition. It's still a cool card, you know. And I think the base set Charizard is like the perfect example of that. It's the most iconic Pokemon card ever, and it will probably always be the most iconic Pokemon card ever. And so like whatever condition it's in, it's just cool, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes, and depending on how it goes, I would kind of want to do it again almost. If there's if we get like chanced with like, I know, so you're like slow, pump the brakes. But I'm like, if we can get some grades to go up, I might honestly start sending, like these things. I might put a lenticular deoxys or something in there.
Oh, do you think they're so thick? I think they won't fit in ARS.
I have
Probably
to,
too
yeah, you're
thick.
right. I wonder if they're too thick to do that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I need to look because there is a size specifications on there, and they wouldn't grade my. I have a Mewtwo from the Wii games, the Pokken tournament, and they have like a chip inside of that card, and they wouldn't grade it. I don't know if it was because of the thickness of the card or if it was because it wasn't a Pokemon card like TCG card.
Right. Yeah.
But
They grade
yeah,
quite a lot now. Yeah. But I think it's still mainly TCG, right?
yeah, I think it's still TCG, and that's not technically a TCG card.
Yeah.
They specifically list Topson and Carddass on their titles that they grade, but they didn't have this Wii tournament, Pokken tournament card
Yeah.
listed.
Blackwire. Let me know when they start grading jumpers. Can you imagine how heavy those slabs would be? It's
That would
like
actually be
massive,
really sick, though.
massive ARS jumbo slabs.
Yeah, bringing
That
those
would
to
be,
a shown event. Like, how would you do that?
but it would be cool. Like it would look
That'd be
sick. Or
sick.
like just
Yeah.
old school Pokemon posters, because like some of the old school promotional posters, they're not that big. Like they're like
Yeah.
I don't know what A3 size maybe. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be
That
cool.
that would be actually
Yeah.
really. I would start collecting jumbos maybe.
That's so much plastic. There's like 100 times as much plastic as there's in a PSA slab.
That's wild.
Dan Ketchum would say, "Sorry, Earth." He always says that.
Yeah. I wonder too how much of them, like their company objective is to grow financially too, because it seems like they've been at this they're just okay with slow growth and grading the amount they grade. They've been this way for since they've opened. I think 2021 they've been, limiting submissions, not having open submission periods as far as I remember or know. And you would think with all the hype in cards and grading right now that if they really wanted to scale up, they would do so by now. But who knows? They could change in the future. But there's things that I want them to grade that I've messaged them and they're like, yeah, sorry, we don't grade that yet. And it's been like
Yeah.
they don't have plans to. They said either. So
But didn't they say in that tweet where they notified everyone that they filled capacity within an hour and a half in January this time around, that they're like, we're working on expanding our services or something? So
oh, did they?
I think they mentioned something that they're trying to be
maybe.
able to like, accommodate more people, which I think is good, because I think dark times could be ahead. When you told me about the submissions, you're like, oh yeah, you got to make sure you get your stuff in early, because usually the next day around noon they close, and this time it was an hour and a half. Like that was
Yeah.
it. And I got in right away. I was ready, because I had this sneaking suspicion I better make sure I'm at my computer, and initially the website was struggling a bit, because I think a lot of people were accessing it exactly at 7 p.m. Japan time. And I got a couple errors, and then I got my submission in, and when I went to check later, like 2 hours later, it was already done. And then you told me like, yeah, it was actually only an hour and a half. So nuts.
Yeah, I thought it was like 3 hours or 2 hours, and then I looked at their Twitter post, and it was like it was an hour and 27 minutes after they had opened it that they had said we closed. Sorry, it just that's the first time. Like you said, I told you like it maybe 18 hours or 24 hours it was closing in, but Yeah, it's wild, and I'm not looking forward to next time.
In theory, an hour and a half is still plenty, right? Like there's still like plenty of time to get your submission in. But I'm worried that enough people saw that now that next time is going to be even crazier. And
FOMO,
I mentioned
yeah.
it like as like kind of like an off comment, like joking comment almost, but I'm kind of serious about it. I think people are going to start scalping ARS submissions.
Yeah, I guess.
I think they're going
Yeah,
to
you
get
could.
submissions because the way it works, you don't enter your cards and whatever. You just enter your address, name, and all, and you get a submission number, and then you get a month time to actually send them your cards, right? Fill out the form and all of that. So it would be very easy for a group of people to just do a bunch of submissions and then just sell them to people. I'm a little bit
You
worried
would
about
need
that.
it would have to match your address though, right? So the cards would have to match the submission number would have to match your address.
Yeah, but like that's like think of it like an ARS middleman service that already exists right now, right? It's already a thing where you can, if you're not in Japan, especially, you can send your cards to someone who will submit to ARS for you. I could see people go much crazier on that, like do more like that, and like you can choose your neighbor's address, and when it gets shipped to you, Yamato, whatever it is, you can reroute the delivery to your address. It's
Yeah,
like,
there's a way. There's always a way if there's money involved, right? Um,
yeah, I'm a little bit concerned, but we'll see. Yeah.
yeah, there's so that's I think happening in March. They don't have a specific date, but it says sometime in March they're going to open up for the next bulk submission or regular submission period. There is one this Friday, actually the 23rd for Express, which is a 15-day turnaround, but it's 2,000 yen more per card, so 5,300 yen, I think,
It's
maybe
not that much
5,500
more,
yen.
is it?
I don't think so. I think it's worth it for certain cards. I told you that Kuishimbo Snorlax,
Yep.
the Kabigon. I got a beat
Hungry,
up
hungry
one.
Cabagon. Yeah. Hungry
Yeah,
Snorlax. Yeah.
great looking card. There's some cheap ones on Mercari. This is a play right here. They're like 3,000 yen, 4,000 yen is the cheaper end, and just beat up condition. You grade it with ARS for the 3,300, and I sold one for $140 on eBay. So I'm in the card maybe like 40, $50, probably like
Yeah.
like $40, and then you make $100 on it.
And like 5,500 yen for Express is like that's much better than PSA again, right? Whereas with
Yeah.
PSA, I think it's like 6K for like a faster tier maybe.
Like the
And
20-day, right? Yeah.
yeah, but is it actually 20 days nowadays? Probably not, right?
It takes a month for them to log their card. They say on their website, right? You told me because I was like waiting for a month, and then you're like, "Oh, it says right on their website," and I was like, "I did not read."
Yeah, if you didn't know, people, PSA Japan's website now says, or it's been saying for a few months now, that it can take him about a month or more to even register your order after it arrives. So those express tiers, you're gambling massively with PSA right now if you want stuff back quick. I might look into some of my stuff that's going to ARS and might pick out like a few that I send express instead. Yeah, because with 20, you're limited with 20, like for the normal submission, right? You got to pick carefully. And I picked up some cards on my card shopping trip, that recent card shopping trip. Stay tuned for the video, countryside card shopping. I picked up some cards that I might want to send to ARS, and I'm like, I would otherwise have to wait because I have my 20 picked, but like I'd have to wait until March, he said, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, that's their estimated date. When they get closer, they'll have a specific day, but they say around March is when they're planning on doing the regular.
Yeah, like I picked up this guy again, not like
Yeah, that's cool.
not gonna not gonna grade well, but
Is that
just
Plasma
in the
Storm
ARS slab
or-
would be cool, huh?
Is that Plasma Storm or
What's one of those?
what is that from? The same set as that
PW8.
Lugia
Someone
you
who's
got,
better
right?
with set names.
Didn't you just get the Lugia from that same set?
Yeah, Plasma Gale.
Plasma Gale? I don't know if it's the same.
I don't know if they're in the same set though. Let me
No.
I can check.
Same era though, right?
Yeah. Black and white. One thing I'm really bad at, and I've never gotten better, is just set names. I always
You're way better
admire
than
people
me.
who can remember all those set names. It's crazy. I know it for like my top favorite cards, of course, right? But
You know Coulson in the Spicy
Oh no,
Boys
it's
Discord?
spiral. It's spiral force. Spiral force.
Okay.
Yeah. Who?
Coulson in the Spicy Boys Discord. He's not there all the time, but he used to be really deep in there. He knows all the English set names and Japanese equivalent names for every set.
That's incredible.
He's like like an encyclopedia. He's just like, you tell him an English set name, he'll tell you the Japanese set name. Like, right? It's wild.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already
We're gonna
bad
be
with just the
Ronalds.
Japanese set names, but then like what the equivalent is in English, I'm even worse at. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Whenever people talk about like, yeah, Cosmic Eclipse, and there's like, oh, wait, what's that again? What cards are in that set? I have no clue.
Yeah.
I know for like
Yeah,
team up and stuff like that, it's more obvious, but yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably send a couple cards to the Express. Last time they did an Express grading submission, they had the same issue where it was like the next day around noon, around lunchtime, I was like, oh yeah, I need to put my thing in, and I thought I would have no problem it being Express and it being like a more expensive, but it was like 18 hours after the submission opened and it was closed for the Express. So I don't know if they have less. I'm maybe assuming they have less slots for Express grading because it's such a fast turnaround, 15 days. But just of note, you might want to get in right away on that if you're going to do it Friday. I think 7. I don't know. I got to check the time.
23rd, 7 p.m. Yeah, and I think it's only. It's just Pokemon. Yeah, but the yeah, it might be even crazier because what you said, 5,500 yen, right, for Express?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 5.5.
With how expensive some of these modern cards now are, that's cheap, right? And if you get it back in 15 days, I think you'll have probably a lot of people looking to send, because it's only 2,000 yen more. And if a card is, a start deck 100 gold Charizard, how much is it? 150,000 yen or something? Like, that's nothing, right? So I don't know.
This is the first submission that we've had since January was since Mega Dream 2, right? For ARS.
Yeah.
So all those people that have been waiting for that didn't get in during the regular one, or might be like, okay, I guess I'm sending Express now. So I think it's just going to be another.
It's going to be busy,
kind of. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. So let's look at chat a little bit. What if 30th anniversary released TCG Pocket immersive rares? Ooh.
I like physical cards. Yeah. Or
I mean, obviously those cards are incredibly cool, but it wouldn't make sense to me because, like, what's the connection to the 30th anniversary? But I love those cards. It'd be sick, obviously, but I don't know. And also, they might have to change. They'd have to change like attack names and attack damage stuff because it would have to work in the actual TCG.
Yeah,
I think
it'd be sick
changes there, but
I was talking to Henry in the live the other day, and I think we were talking about Pocket. I think it was who I was talking with, and just how in my opinion, Pocket has some of the best arts in Pokemon cards. Almost, there's some really cool cards in Pocket.
Yeah, incredible cards. I mean, I saw your live stream with Henry, and you're right. It shows how much they got in the reserve.
Yeah.
There's a lot more potential for Pokemon to go crazy with cards, right?
Yeah, I think
not that the current cards
too.
aren't already crazy, but yeah.
Yeah, I think they have the ability to do that with Pocket because it's not their main, TCG. It's just getting people, it's opening it up to more people and getting people introduced to it in an easier way. More, you could pick it up and go wherever you want. Yeah. So maybe they're being more liberal or adventurous with their arts.
I still play it every day, Pocket. I like it a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like the collecting aspect of it the most. I'm subscribed to the premium service, I guess it's called.
Okay.
You get like you get an extra pack and like some bonus stuff. It's like a promo once a month or something. I like it. I'm not a big fan of the gameplay. It's a bit too simplified, like too dumbed down for me. And one of my biggest issues with TCGs in general is the randomness. I mean, it's part of TCGs. It's just how it is. Like I was pretty big into, I don't know, do you know Hearthstone?
I've heard of it. I've never played it.
as an old Blizzard digital TCG. I got into that during the beta, I think. This was like 2014, and I played that quite religiously for a few years. I even went to DreamHack in Sweden as not as a contestant, but like as an observer, like just to watch, because I liked it so much. So
Yeah.
I love like card games always, like, but I always disliked the randomness of it. And in Pocket, the randomness is it's amplified because you have such short games, right? So you only need 3 points to win. If you get a bad starting hand, it's basically game over. There's like almost no way to turn a game around unless your opponent makes a major mistake. And so that to me is a bit, I'm not a huge fan of that.
It's like tic-tac-toe. Like you got to really mess up to.
Yeah. You're going to make a huge mistake.
Yeah.
You can't really outsmart someone as well just by playing well. Whereas in a regular round of the TCG Pokemon even, right? You have more opportunity to make
There's so much more variation and and what could happen. Yeah. I played the first month and it was cool. It was something new, but I want to know, for the pack openings, does it fulfill that cessation or that like hunger to open physical packs, or is it like take the edge off a little bit?
It's not a little bit, but it's not the same thing.
I was curious.
But it's cool. It's like I like the set completion. It's actually the pull rates I think are ridiculously hard sometimes. Like just pulling regular EXs to have a playable deck, it's like sometimes impossible. It's gotten a little bit better now with like the being able to share certain cards and stuff like that. But I think they're a bit too brutal on the pull rate sometimes for like cards you need in decks. Right? Not the fancy artwork versions, but the regular copies.
Yeah, the meta, or to be able to be competitive at least and play.
Yeah. I guess I'm sure they've done the math very carefully in their offices to know exactly how difficult something has to be, but still keep people, hooked, but also difficult enough that people spend money. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it down to a science for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
They collabed with the casino makers, the slot machine maker.
Birdie Ronald, what is it? No offense, but you guys seem really passionate about what you do, and it's a pleasure watching you. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Very.
Yeah. Why would we be offended about that comment? But it's very kind.
I think he's joking. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At first, I saw the no offense. I'm like, oh, what do we say? Who's in here? I thought we were.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they clarified. You never know what might offend people. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's very true.
No, I appreciate it. And I think we are quite passionate about just cool cards. And I think that is sort of one of the reasons that drives this little ARS experiment. Is sort of just like do something cool with cool cards that is going to put them into something that will look better than this, even though PSA there's that nostalgia there, right?
Yeah. No, I think it's fun to talk about these things, and it's good to collab with like people like you too, because you're mainly a collector. We both kind of side hustle sometimes, like occasionally flip cards for money, but the majority of what we do in Pokemon is we just appreciate the cards, have fun talking about them, collecting them. And it's exciting to get to talk to somebody else that shares that passion with you, especially with how like rampant like the values and investing and content is kind of taken over, it seems like, and becomes such a big part of that. It's a good break to talk to another collector.
Yeah, I agree. Like this is like this experiment, I think, is like the perfect example of like it's not always just about value, right?
Yeah.
I think you made a good point there, and I think that you just, if you only always care about value, it's just you lose that passion. I think it gets a bit soul draining. But value is
what it's all
important.
about. Is like we're taking a chance on some of these cards that are like, some of them are like more expensive cards, and maybe not to everybody, but to certain people, this is like maybe like a card they wish they could have. But it's like you said, we don't really care about the value. It's a fun thing we're doing. We're getting together and collabing, and we're taking a chance to see what we can do with this and provide some entertainment to the people too.
Yeah. But it's important to also stay realistic and like admit that value is important, with prices these days. I mean, when I bought that Masaki Alakazam, it was 6,500 yen. It's like, you don't need to check market price. You don't need to be aware of what it sells for in a certain grade at that price point. It's like a casual, cool pickup for like a historic card. But with some of these cards now costing whatever, like 30, 40, maybe 50,000 yen, I don't know, right? That it's suddenly you have to be more careful when it comes to value and when how you make decisions. And so you have to try and navigate or balance this like line between caring about value, paying attention to value, but also still enjoying the casual collecting side of it and just enjoying cool cards. I think you have to do a bit of both these days.
Yeah.
You can't get around it. Yeah. I don't know.
No, it's super, super true.
Ibex, in your travels recently, how often have you encountered a decent spiky-eared Pichu? Any of the V-Arts? You mean like decent condition? 0.
Didn't you have one?
I have a 10. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I almost sold it in Switzerland. I had it up for sale. I got some offers, but I was like, no, I just kind of think this is too cool, so I kept it. But I have one of the 3. I have another Arceus that's going to PSA, I think. But they are weirdly. Again, this is like when I talk about seeing stuff in card stores. It's always just like a moment in time, and a card store could be restocked a week later, right? So you never know. But they are old enough. They're 2009, right? So some of these cards, they're just, I think, a little bit scarcer than everyone thought they were. If you look at the pop reports now, and sort of people, including myself, starting to realize that, I don't know what their pop is at the moment, but like a few hundred, maybe up to maybe 1,000. I'm not sure, but like you get to the point now where it's like, oh well, yeah, that is just not that many.
There's a lot of vintage cards that have gone up in price recently, and it's made me consider selling some of them. But then I always think about like the lower pop ones. I'm like, I might not get a chance to ever get it back.
100%.
Yeah, I'm like, I really don't know. Like that Gengar, I'm debating, but I probably will never see it again. Pop 29.
Yeah, it's these tough decisions, right? You have certain cards, you're like, you look at them and they've gone up in price recently, and you're like, like, I don't know if I can justify keeping it in the collection at this price, but also knowing that if you sell it, there's a good chance you'll never get it back. I mean, you can always work your way towards a card and all of that, but I just stopped. Hold on. I wanted to share the screen. There you go. So this is the random pack, right? If you just look at all cards included, 7,500 graded is already like goes to show, right? Compared to some modern individual cards. Oh, I need to throw it up. Sorry. Thanks for reminding me, Shook. There you go. Yeah. 7,500 graded, right? In total, compared to some modern stuff. And then, of course, all these are Japanese exclusives. There's some really cool ones. Here's the spiky-eared Pichus. So yeah, total pops about 1,000, right? But then the 10s are a few hundred.
Oh wow, yeah, total. I was looking at total pop. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty low.
The Pikachu is pretty dope. I'm sending one of those out. Ash's Pikachu.
That's a great one, yeah.
Yeah. It's the regular one, right? The non-holo. This is the Arceus holos here, I think. Yeah. So a little bit less than the Pichu's graded, but yeah, you can definitely still find them, I think, but it's tough. They exist in gradable condition still, but it's not like you walk into, you go to Akihabara and you can have 5 different stores to choose from and they all have clean cards and you can pick the best copy. That's not really a thing these days. And if you do find one, it's probably priced very closely to the PSA 10 anyways. And I think they're selling for more in Japan than outside of Japan. Oh yeah, I had it in my little experiment video where I sold slabs to card stores. It was in there. And I remember at the time looking at the comps on Medicali and eBay, and it was selling for more on Medicali than on eBay. So you might get a steal on eBay US or something, compared to Japan even. But that was a few months ago now, so who knows how much has changed. But yeah. I say, literally can't find a well-centered one or one without whitening, at least on eBay. Okay, yeah. Well, if you find one without whitening, but it's OC, send it to ARS. Send it to Shug for the ARS submission.
Yeah, some people still like can't get over like the visual, like you know, it affects the eye appeal of the card when it's off centered. And even if it is a 10 on the slab, they still are. That's what I've heard, at least from people that are like, well, ARS doesn't account for centering, so it's not like really a 10, or how could that be a 10? Which I understand people's like gripe with it, because I visually, like, looking at a card, I would want it to be well centered as well. And but the only, I don't want to say the only reason, but a big reason of why I would send cards to ARS maybe that are off centered is, you know, to get a 10 and maybe sell it for more online. But I'd have my own cards too. I'd probably send, but there's a certain level of off centered, and it depends on the card too. Like I said, the top cent cards are notorious for being like, you know, way off centered or like angled within the frame. With those, I don't mind as much because it's just that's the way they were. But I could see, you know, people not wanting to send or have a 10 that's off centered. They might rather have a 9.
I'm torn on that, mega torn on that. For me, it's like the actual condition is way more important than centering to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Of how I value the card, but centering is still part of the eye appeal. And if you put 2 ARS 10s in front of me, one well-centered, one OC, same price, of course I'm going to pick the well-centered one, obviously.
Yeah.
But it just looks nicer. It's not just that we're conditioned from all these other grading companies. That's part of it too, but it also just looks more eye appealing, sure, right?
Yeah.
But centering to me, yeah, something has to be mega OC for me to care. Like the Rayquaza GX that I showed, that was pretty OC. That's like borderline for me, where I was like, maybe I care a little bit about that. But then some of the other ones that I showed that are a little OC, couldn't care less. Depends.
Yeah, it really depends. And I think, yeah, you're right. I to clarify, I think the condition of the card overall is more important than the centering for me, for sure.
It's a weird one, right? Though, because centering, you look at it from the front, and if it's whitening, you never look at the back. If it's whitening on the back, it's like, I don't know.
But this is like especially with old Japanese cards, they were often off centered. And so if I can get a clean, you know, copy that's like, okay, this is how it was from the pack, like I'll take it. It would be nice if it was centered. That'd be really cool. But if it's not, that's not such a big deal to me with those kinds of cards.
Exactly, and that's the thing for me these days that I've sort of come to realize over the last year-ish or so is like just knowing how hard some of these cards are to find in mint condition.
Yeah,
you have to almost ignore centering at that point, because if you know how hard they are to find, and then you find one in the wild, and you're like, oh, it's a little bit OC, that's so sad, because you found something that's almost impossible to find these days, right? For sure. So I think that's also why I feel more this way now than maybe back a couple of years ago. Yeah,
it's a lot harder now.
Yeah. Son of a Merc, the Meowth is pretty cool as well. Yeah, there's a really good Meowth in that set. That's in general like a really good set. I think I have a near complete binder set. I opened a few packs of that. This is the crazy thing. I think I got so lucky with when I got back into the hobby, because there are several booster packs of Masaki where I was luckily the last person to get them at that price. Arceus movie random pack, good example. When they were 6,500 yen on Masaki, I bought 4 or 5 that I could find. They've never been that price since then. And
those are the days.
I was lucky enough to open a few, or like, what is it, CP4? I think it was CP4, Mythical Legendary Dreamshine Collection. Those packs were 8,000 yen. You guaranteed a full art. The Mew full art now is multiple 100,000 yen, maybe. I'm not sure.
Is that the one you have in German, or?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The rainbow.
That's cool. Yeah. That's such a good art.
And like those were like 8,000 yen, and you got one full art guaranteed at like 3 or 4 reverse hollows, and like half the cards in that set are incredible. That it was, for a while, it was like plus EV to open those booster packs. That makes sense. Didn't make sense. And then they disappeared, right? And so I got lucky with this set in particular, the Arceus movie random set, to just get right in the hobby and be able to buy these and pay attention to them when they were still that price, to be able to afford to open some at a really good price. So that's why I got some of those cards.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you were in way ahead of me, but even when I came in 2019, it was Mercari. I just was getting back in, relearning things, but I was lucky enough to pick up certain things like the white boxes. These are all from like the vending series, you know, Carddass and Bandai.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff. Some of them are One Piece, some of them are Pokemon, but I was picking those up for like $50 to $60 a piece, and they're like $1,000 boxes now. Like,
Oh my
just
god.
so like it's cool to have that memory. Like, okay, I was there when it was those things were like, you know, you could get them regularly, but then I also think about, man, we're never going back to for some of these things.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, that was such a fun time.
I was not in the hobby in 2019. I was in the hobby in 2015, 16, but then I left for like 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was still watching content on YouTube sometimes, and like, yeah, still like, yeah, in 2018, I made a PSA account. Never submitted. Like, I was still like here and there a little bit. I wasn't really buying anything, but yeah, even until like early 22 is when it was still like the old days, kind of in a weird way.
Yeah, there was still some times.
Yeah, there's one of my earliest videos on my channel, mega cringe, but I opened the OG Amada sticker pack, the original like first one. It's like the base set pack of the stickers, Pokemon stickers. Amada stickers.
Yeah.
And at the time, they were 1,000 yen on Medicari. And my whole thing in that video was like, oh yeah, like you can have a bit of fun. You can open a 1996 sticker pack that was, you know, it's so old and it's so cheap, and you can pull these original. It's cool, right? And then like a year later, they were like 10,000 yen.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Things just shoot up. Wild, yeah. The lenticular deoxyses, those things were in like PSA 7, I guess. The ones I have are 7, but they're clean 7s. I'm like, I thought they would get 8s or 9s. Those were like, I don't know, 8,000 yen when I was looking at them. And now they're just like, I think beat up, like 5, 6 condition, maybe like 60,000 or something.
Yeah.
Just raw, you know, not even graded. So there's those things that you look back on, you're like, man, should have got more.
I wonder, yeah, it's really weird. Like, I wonder if it will stay like this. There's a lot of older stuff that's very, very expensive now in like, you know, whatever condition. And, you know, part of me is like, we are certainly in a type of bubble right now. So it could come back down, but then at the same time, it's like, well, but this stuff is like Japanese exclusive. There isn't that much to go around. So maybe it'll just stay that expensive forever. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that with some of the vintage stuff.
I'm surprised by the Koro Koro Mew though. That is like the opposite of a rare card.
Yeah, there's so many
of those, but they are so expensive. They are so expensive now, even in low grades.
Yeah, that's why I always was like, oh, I'll get it later because there's so many, and then I never picked it up.
Countless on Medicari.
Yeah, right. Yeah, never got one, and now I'm like, there's so many other things. I don't know if I can pull the trigger right now on that.
Yeah. That's one where I'm like, maybe it comes back down in price because it is not rare at all.
Yeah.
In high grade it is, yeah, but not in lower grades.
Yeah.
All right, let's take maybe a couple more questions before finishing. We're going for 2 hours. I'm not keep you too long, Chuck. But Son of Merc, that top to bottom I've noticed doesn't bother me as much as left to right. Same.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. The thing I value least are back defects, quality issues, then back centering, because I'll almost never look at the back. Yeah. I'm on the same page in the sense that like back centering is almost care about it almost zero. But the sort of me caring about condition more than centering in general is what I just explained with like knowing the difficulty of finding some of these old cards in clean condition now. With modern, you know, it's different, but yeah. This is one maybe something for you, Shug. You're not the coins. I don't know about Tokyo, but you have I thought you meant the coins, like the game you're now playing. What is it called?
Oh yeah, I don't think those are the coins she's asking. The Pokemon Frienda.
Frienda. Oh, it's not.
Yeah,
that's different.
You never played that button masher game?
No, but I heard you talk about it, so I want to try it. I want to give it a try. It looks fun.
So
or just like
fun.
Collecting the tokens seems pretty fun.
It's so like, yeah, I don't know what it is about it, but like I said, just started playing with my son, and then I got into it. I'm actually probably gonna go after we get off here and go play. But I'm like the only adult. There's a bunch of 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds, and it's just like me sitting there.
but you win those tokens from playing the game, or do you buy them somewhere else? Because there's like promos that come with those tokens, right?
So there used to be like the armored Mewtwo. had one, but that was a different game. That was the version before this.
Oh, okay.
That little chip doesn't work anymore for that game. As far as I know, you can tell like the shape is different and stuff. But I don't know if they have any card promos that come with these anymore. They do have like promo versions of the chips, but they're their own thing now, separate from the TCG. And you win them from the game. You could go there with none of the chips and just put in a 100 yen coin and start playing. And there's different levels of like rarity, and the higher it goes, the stronger the Pokemon is. But yeah, it's just a little fun thing. It's not any like super major strategy to it, besides typing. But yeah, I think Platty's asking about the Pokemon coins, like TCG coins.
Yeah, I realize now.
Yeah, I don't have
know
any.
of a specific place. Yeah, I know Card Secret in Ikebukuro, at least back in their old store. They always had a lot of this type of stuff as well in their showcases, and I think they brought it to the new store as well. I mean, I was there not too long ago, but I only looked at the cards. But Card Secret has a lot of this kind of side product type of thing, like
ancillary
plushies,
stuff
that plushies still have, and also like you probably find some cool coins there, I'm sure. And then just in card stores, going card shopping, you'll always find something somewhere, like coins for sure you'll come across. Maybe Mandarake might be a good place, because Mandarake has a lot of, it's just a general secondhand store, so they might have some coins.
Yeah. Brandon said that the Mewtwo, Armor Mewtwo one, it doesn't work, and it's like 2 versions before the Pokemon Friendo one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see. I have no clue. And I mean, the other famous one is the Hoopa, XY Hoopa promo with the...
Oh, I've never seen a sealed one.
Yeah, I think it's also like famously always damaged because of that thing in the back. Yeah. And there's even older ones. There's some Diamond and Pearl, I think. Yeah, there's some Diamond and Pearl like Arceus promos that I have sealed with those tokens.
So I had a bunch of the Armor Mewtwo promos, and they all had that same. I got them sealed, but the plan that, like, knowing that they had the dents in them probably.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a set of this with the black foam and clamps and little alcohol water spray, and tested it out. It's I've done it probably 3 times on one of the cards, and it's made it better, but it's not perfect. Yeah. And I don't think I'll ever get it perfect. So I'm like, I tried. I just wanted to, try it out, see if it actually works.
And isn't that like mega risky? Like if you put too much spray, that the card, isn't there a card that was slabbed and then just fell apart in a slab basically because I guess the liquid removed the glue?
Yeah, there was something like that. And I don't know what spray they're using. The spray that I made, it was just distilled water with like a little bit of alcohol.
Okay.
And so like, I guess I don't know if they were using something different, but the card's fine. It looks fine, and I'd use very minimal, but it just didn't take away the dents like I thought they're better. Just they're still there for sure.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to try it out, see what it did, and didn't do anything that I was hoping it would do.
Yeah, worth a try though. But yeah, those are famously always damaged.
Yeah,
I'm so done with seal promos, man. Like old seal promos, I can't. I got burnt so many times. Oh,
the Pokepark.
Yeah, Pokepark more times than I can count.
Yeah,
and then more recently, I had a couple sealed promos of the World Championship 2010 promos, Lugia and Ho Hollows. I sold a sequential PSA 10 set to a card store this time. I remember you saw it in the picture. Yeah. But I had 2 more sealed packs. I opened one. Cards are fine, all good. Ho has a print line. Oh well, couldn't see it, right? But they're clean. I opened the other one. The cards are like back to back in the seal pack. So from the outside, they look perfect. Take them out, flip them around, look at the back, and there's just massive crease going through both of them.
Oh, damn.
Someone, at some point, they got bent. And it's like, those were like, I think I paid 18,000 yen for the seal pack like a year ago.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot more now.
Sealed promos are so risky. Yeah.
Yeah. I should have just sold it sealed. I think they're going to go like 40 sealed or something.
Yeah, but you didn't know. You thought it looked clean.
That's what
I always like take an extra time just to make sure. I'm like, because it's hard sometimes to see stuff through that package, and
couldn't see it.
Yeah,
couldn't see it. They're in the binder now, so that's fine too. They look good in the binder, but
Yeah, old
Yeah.
sealed promos. I don't think I touch anymore because after the Pokepark ones, I was getting some decent ones, and I got a lot of 9s and 10s. But then there was some that were just like toast after a while. I'm like, okay, this is not. People are picking them out. They know.
Yep. I still have a few sealed left Pokepark that I've never.
They're just not
I
worth
feel
it.
like too scared now. I'll just keep them sealed.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh man, yeah. All right, everyone. I think we've been going for too. I'm gonna keep Shuck for too long. We've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes. My goodness. Wish us luck.
Yeah.
We
Send
will
them off
make
tomorrow.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try and get the submission filled out today. I'll ask you if everything looks okay, and then I'll put it in the mail tomorrow. Drop it off at Yamato or Japan Post. We'll see. We will make a live stream when the ARS submission is, when the reholder submission is back. I expect it to be 2 to 3 months from now. Hopefully sooner. You never know. And I don't know. Maybe we'll go live again about something else. Just chit chatting in the future. Before that, I don't know. Whenever you want to do something, Chuck, just hit me up.
Yeah.
Maybe we get some other people out as well. Have a bit of a group chat. I don't know.
Yeah, let's have some good discussions. Maybe we'll invite Team Rocket Joey on. Yeah.
I don't like people who engage in drama so much. I want to have. I want this to be a wholesome place.
I'm messing with you. I know.
I know. But yeah, we'll see, right? And next Friday, new set coming out. Hooray!
Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
This Friday, the 23rd.
Oh yeah, it's Monday.
I think so.
This Friday. Crap.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Maybe we should talk about the set after it's been out for a few days. We can talk about it.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. Thanks everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for liking. If you missed the cards, feel free to watch the bot. Maybe you can comment some of your great predictions down below. Are we going to get destroyed? Are we going to be all happy when they come back? Or maybe somewhere in between? We'll see, right? And hopefully Shuck's Umbreon gets a 10 plus. That would be awesome. All right, everyone. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
See ya.